这不是宣传，这是日本时间。呼吁片继续听。
Welcome everyone, we are back with the great return of China Time. You know what it is, you know how it goes. I am Virum, and with me, of course, we have an all-star lineup. We got Coast.
Hey Weibo gamers.
Of course. We got Zeph, who is currently deafened, so he couldn't actually hear that. But we've also got McDareth hosting it on his channel. How you doing, McDareth?
Oh, he's dead too.
Oh, okay. Everyone.
No. Sorry. I was muted. I was muted.
All right, and of course,
hello everyone. I was saying, sorry that we haven't had. It's only for a little bit. People have been, Roger's back being World Warrior. Shofu was boycotted because it's about Sonic. So here we are.
Not even about Sonic. It was just a movie trailer that we could maybe talk for like 5-10 minutes, and that's it.
That's exactly what I said. But he said Sonic and the trailer sucked. I'm out. They're not the trailer. The direct sucked.
The direct. But speaking of a man who doesn't suck, a living legend in the flesh, we got Ricky Cocaine, of course.
Hold on. Now that was a statement that is selling misinformation. I definitely wait. Hold on. I in some cases I don't want to finish the sentence. What are we doing here?
So are you a living legend or not?
But you said I don't suck. I've sucked many things. That's the point that I was trying to
Hello?
I didn't want to actually say.
What the fuck?
That was the point that I wasn't trying to say that. But that just make sure you clarify that piece. That was the part that is
by his own admission, Ricky is a man who does plenty of sucking, but somebody who, I don't know, may or may not do some sucking is, of course, our wonderful guest, Wisdom Meal. How you doing?
I cannot confirm or deny, but hi.
All right. So, of course, our primary topic, we've got, of course, we might as well start off with the Sonic movie, the trailer for the third Sonic film. How are we all feeling about it? Did it tickle everyone's fancy?
That trailer was
pretty
sick.
good.
Do we have the trailer on hand so that we can go through it a little bit or something? Because I've heard tale of it, but it's not like I went out of my way to pursue it and look at it in great detail. I'm trying to give you an opportunity to just pull up the trailer, bro. I don't remember everything that was in that trailer, bro.
I'm getting it. I just don't understand how you have not seen this.
I'm padding the best I can, man. Gosh dang.
Padding when you don't look at content that is available. Okay. Keep going. I got it.
What are you muttering, bro?
So Tito's just talking out of his
Hello?
That's cool.
You uttering some kind of curse? Like,
bro, I'm just so infuriated right now. Tito has the audacity to be talking in the chat, but he could be in the freaking cold. What is he doing?
I'm not gonna lie. So what's what Tito said? Tito said that Ricky has the nerve to show up for China time when he doesn't show up for Japan time, and I'm in the same mindset because I did not think this boy would be here. Why would I?
Look at him now.
Okay, that's weird phrasing to call me a boy.
Because he's too busy sucking when Japan time is going on.
Peru.
I show up on the important Japan times when we have massive.
That's also cap.
And I show up. No, let me finish talking first and foremost before you cut me off. And then I show up for the China times when we have, because China time is even better than Japan time. So I'm at the places where I'm needed most. Is kind of what I'm trying to say.
So you're like the Avatar.
Like a worse version of the Avatar, but still the Avatar nonetheless. Yes, in many instances, yeah. We can say
fair enough.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Okay. You looking at this, Ricky?
Okay, the trailer's here. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's go.
know it hasn't always been easy.
Now,
But you didn't.
Fidel did a whole 24-hour stream
Yeah, in my lungs.
before this started in preparation, so this has to be amazing.
I mean,
Or
it's-
he's just a lunatic.
Yeah, that's it.
Or both. Definitely both.
Probably a little bit of both, yeah.
Team Sonic's immediate assistance. Project Shadow is far beyond anything we've ever encountered.
Shadow's story began a lot like your Sonic, but where you found family and friends, Shadow found only pain and loss.
All right, we got a rogue alien on the loose. How do we find it?
Start with the giant fireball.
Is it lagging for anybody else? It keeps buffering for me. I don't know what's going on.
Possibly.
I think you are dying a little bit, McDuck.
He is much more impressive than the hedgehog.
You want me to let me change the settings in Discord? I mean, I am streaming and recording and trying to do this. Let me just switch this to slightly lower and it should be okay. So, fill some time, please.
Okay. All right. Well. Okay.
Really,
Maria?
here on Chinatown, we are the peak of professionalism.
We have a PhD in the professionalism.
I mean, I'm literally fighting the final boss of Mass Effect 1, and my full concentration is on this right now, so.
Okay, there we go. Oh, you know what? Yeah, okay. I wasn't
it
even
was
looking
already
at the
popped
right
out.
thing.
Oops.
Okay, there we go. Now we're good to go.
Go back
More
slightly.
impressive than the hedgehog I fought previously.
Dude, I'm standing right here.
You're a colorful bunch.
We don't want to fight you.
Actually, Sonic, I would like to fight.
No, no.
So this part is awesome.
Can we just talk about this? He's too powerful.
And pick it up first is the Green Hill motif here.
Radio, let's go!
I can't believe I'm saying this, but we need.
So this is obviously not going to follow Sonic Adventure 2.
When does that ever stop me?
They have their own specific plot.
It's
for
gonna
this.
be close to it because we've seen the arc, we've seen Maria. You'll see something at
Aspects
the end
of the
this trailer.
SA2 storylines
Need your help.
and the like will definitely feature, but it won't be SA2 outright, I don't think.
Yeah.
So you don't think like a biohazard is going to be in here?
I mean, we might
Even though
see
we
it.
have
This is
the-
not.
I don't know if they'll do bio. I almost think they should do Metal Sonic.
I need room.
I
Metal Sonic
after
sets
seeing
up
the
for another
trailer,
film.
yeah, I thought Metal Sonic would be saved for like a fourth movie.
Or he could be like the end credit scene or something. Because I feel like
Yeah.
Well, then what are they gonna fight at the end? Other than Shadow.
yeah, because that shot of Tails is
They have
definitely. It
two
feels like
villains
it's in
right there.
space, and that's space currently arc. Well, Shadow's not going to remain the villain. There's going to be something else.
Oh, you don't think he stays the antagonist the entire time?
No, and then like Gerald is alive, which is new.
Is it?
I don't even know who that guy was.
Yeah, Gerald
He
Robotnik.
is.
Saggy flesh.
He
Okay,
is
you
Dr.
said that, but
Eggman's
it doesn't-
grandfather.
Yeah,
I
so
didn't know who he was at all.
in
He's
Sonic
what
3
causes the final, the events of the final story to play out in SA2,
Yeah,
where the
So-
arc like begins crashing onto the Earth.
his whole thing is he is upset that Maria was killed, and then he decides to get revenge by doing like what Virum said.
He
sets
like
the arc to
he also
crash.
is
And
it
he was
Maria's
executed.
grandfather?
It's Robotnik's grandfather. I can't remember the direct relation to Maria, but he's related to her.
Because I read up on it. I think it said like he's related to her or something.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
And so
Like-
he's upset that she was killed and he's held captive and all this stuff. He was basically betrayed. And so to get revenge, like Virum said, he said it so the arc would crash to the Earth. That's why like
So-
Gerald being there is probably going to become
Okay.
Gerald is the villain. And then yeah, there's a chance a Biohazard could show up because they need something, and we're going to get
What if
Super
just
Sonic,
Chaos
Super
just shows
Shadow.
up, even though it makes no sense?
Is Biohazard the big water thingy?
No, it's
That's
chaos.
No,
Biohazard's
is the lizard.
You didn't play Sonic Adventure 2, Ghost?
I played him. I've never beat him, so I don't know like
Oh.
the sequence of things really.
So something
okay.
I thought
I mean-
was gonna be in the movie, right? Because the actress who played Jessica Jones is in this movie, and I thought, oh, she'd be perfect as Rouge. Well, no, in this trailer, she's a gun officer.
Oh.
So unless they're gonna have her play both, because there's two actresses that were shown off when they announced the actors and actresses in that little picture, and everyone noticed the girl actress, and realized, okay, that's definitely Maria, and they confirmed it later. There were two female actresses who weren't contributed to anything, so I thought, oh, Amy Rouge, because they make sense for Sonic Adventure 2. And one of them is now something else.
What?
So
I think there's like
Why would they
a.
waste the whole Jessica Jones on a gun agent though?
I think there's a fucking Spider-Man No Way Home thing with the trailer where they like brushed out a character because there's a scene.
There's a scene where Spider-Man's jumping on the Statue of Liberty, and he's jumping at 3 villains and only him, and people realize, like, wait.
But in the Sonic one, it was that shot with the thing coming out of the water.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Hold on.
And there's like
the robot thing.
It's just the
Yeah, when they say, oh, we should get help. One of that ever stopped me before, and the thing comes out and pans.
Yeah, the shot composition just looks weird because it's like
it looks like there should be someone next to Knuckles. That's what it looks like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it looks really weird now that you pointed it out.
This just looks like Eggman's like one of his robots or fortresses or something like
yes,
that.
that's all we're talking about though.
Yeah, talk about how like Sonic, Tails, and
how
Knuckles
Sonic
are
and
off
Tails and
center.
Knuckles are posed, but there's like a space next to them where it feels like someone else should be there. Which, if it is, it probably should be Amy. Because like, even though Amy's not playable, Amy's like a really big part of why.
Yeah,
Shadow...
I wasn't even thinking about Amy.
Yeah, Amy's a big part of why Shadow becomes good in Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah, and I feel like with how they framed this trailer, I feel like that's probably going to be the major plot thread of this film. You know, Shadow kind of rediscovering people, rediscovering like a potential family, and getting over his grief, or beginning to get over his grief, and kind of Amy would work as the perfect conduit for that.
Yeah. And even the way the trailer is shot, I think we're literally just seeing the first half of the movie. Because I feel like
yeah, I get that too.
Yeah, they're gonna get to the whatever part where Shadow like joins up with them to stop the bigger threat. I think that's gonna be the rest.
The trailer is definitely like the first arc of the movie,
Which I'm happy for. I'm glad they didn't just show everything.
What were you gonna say, Ricky?
No, I was just saying, what's the sequence in the games of Shadow's like redemption arc? When did he get the guns? Is that
Shadow
post
the Hedgehog
SA2 or
yes,
pre?
That's post Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah, in Shadow the
Hedgehog
Hedgehog 2. That's post Sonic Heroes.
Yes.
So it's Sonic Adventure 2. Shadow was supposed to have died, and then he comes back somehow in Heroes.
Yeah. So it's all convoluted. So they retcon in Shadow the Hedgehog, but you have to play to the end of the game and sit on the final boss for like 20 minutes to hear the actual thing. But he falls to Earth, Eggman finds him, and that's the one you find. So the thing is, like in Heroes, they play it off, and they probably did this on purpose, but because Shadow was so popular, that the Shadow in Heroes isn't the original Shadow, but it turns out it was. He just has amnesia from falling to Earth. So the Shadow that's in all the games is the same Shadow.
A robot or something?
Well, the thing about it is Shadow can be mass produced in quotes. Like in Shadow the Hedgehog, Sonic 06, I think it's Sonic 06. There's like Shadow clones because Shadow was created. So there's like prototype versions of himself that exist. And even in Sonic Heroes, when he wakes up, he's in like a facility filled with other Shadows. So it's this idea that he doesn't know if he's the actual Shadow.
Completely missed that. Okay. All right. So then where does 06 play in? Where there's like a Shadow thing with no.
No,
mouth.
okay, so Mephiles.
That's a completely different character.
Yeah, it's completely different. It's like Shadow goes into the past, breaks something, and then the thing that was in that uses his form to have a body shape, and then goes into the future. It's a mess. But don't worry,
06 retconned itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So don't worry about it.
Like, it happened, but it did happen. Because at the end of 06,
Okay.
it gets reset, so it never happened. So yeah, don't worry about that.
All right. Well, tying this back into the movie,
Mm-hmm.
they're not going to go that far where he gets a gun.
No.
I don't know
probably
how
Probably not, but he does have the
they're
bike.
gonna go with the movie, man.
They did give him the bike, which was also
Yeah, the bike is
for
sick.
added foreshadow the Hedgehog the game.
Shadow the Hedgehog thing, right?
Yeah.
He's not
Yeah, but
supposed to
also
have
it's
that
like
this early.
giving him a bike is like that doesn't tie to anything story related. That's just kind of a cool throwback to a game, you know.
They could give him a gun, but it would be a lot cooler and more interesting to watch him do cool like flips and stuff, beating people up, rather than just pulls out a gun on screen.
Yeah, the quote Izuka said recently is, "Oh, Shadow doesn't need a gun because he is a weapon." And it's like,
Right.
it's based. That's the kind of the way they're shaping him. Instead of just giving him guns, they're just making him a badass. That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, that they have an opportunity to enhance the Shadow cool factor by kind of retconning that gun stuff. Because I wasn't in love with I wasn't in love with that take on him. I thought he was cooler with the chaos powers and using the chaos emeralds for all his
Well,
things,
think about it. Like that's the
all
other
his
thing.
attacks.
This Shadow is doing stuff that Shadow could not do in Adventure 2. It's like doing stuff modern Shadow does. Like Shadow could not chaos control and teleport without a chaos emerald. Now he just can. Because that's what modern Shadow in the games can do. That he can just teleport. He doesn't need a chaos emerald to do that anymore. And this Shadow can just
we don't know if this Shadow's just doing that. We don't know where they put the chaos emeralds.
Bro,
He could have a chaos.
He literally teleports.
He could have a chaos emerald.
No, dude. When he does it in Sonic Adventure 2, he is holding the chaos emerald in his hand. That's the whole point.
Yeah, but he's saying we don't know what the movie exactly yet.
No, but my point is that what I'm saying is they're doing what they do in modern Shadow, where he does not have a chaos emerald. He just does this stuff. I'm pretty sure they're just going to tie that this is tied to his like electricity power. Is that what he can do? Like Knuckles has the flames of disaster that have been memed.
Okay, completely hands-free, using chaos energy, I suppose.
Yes, he is just teleporting.
Oh my gosh.
But they're tying it more to the like electric energy he has in this universe, more so than a chaos emerald. Now, I think they're going to give him a chaos emerald and he's going to do a full chaos control and slow everything down. I think they will end up doing that. But I'm saying the teleporting aspect, he's just doing that. Also, this is something people pointed out, the scene of him running over the water, because this was something Sonic struggled to do. Shadow wakes up and just does it. Like at Sonic 2, it was a big thing that Sonic is a fear of water, but he needed to run across it to save Tails and struggled to do it and then eventually got it. Well, Shadow just wakes up and just does it.
Well, I think with that, it's probably with Sonic, it's probably more fear of water that prevents him from doing it, rather than his ability to do it. Shadow never had that fear.
Yeah.
Bro, Shadow goes crazy in this scene. God damn, he destroys Sonic Team. Hello?
Yeah. I love the little.
He does some DBZ stuff.
Yeah.
I love the little expectation subversion where when Sonic says, "Okay, my turn," instead of like the confrontation instead of like Sonic going off and like starting
he gets his ass beat.
Yeah. He just teleports behind Tails, gets rid of him immediately, and then combo Sonic into the fucking air.
Sonic, yeah.
Also, one thing I'm really liking about this movie is I don't remember if it was as prevalent in the first two, but there's a lot more dynamic lighting, and like in that scene where they're in Japan, it looks really nice. It feels like in the first two movies, they just use like generic lighting.
It was pretty washed out, yeah. There's a lot more colors.
There's just a lot more settings in this one, because like there's a shot in the UK, you got a shot in Japan. There's like, I guess it's a more of a global traveling film, and you got more cool night scenes. I mean, like you look at the first film, the majority of that is set in some tiny town in the middle of nowhere. So you're not gonna get as many kind of visually stimulating moments. You got a lot more in the second one, but
I mean, especially with the water and all of that they're showing off with the Shadow and all that too in that one shot. Like, they're flexing their budget now for sure.
Yeah.
Also,
the movies have been successful. Now they're like, okay, we can do a lot. Yeah, even this shot with water pouring down him. It's like
also
really
we
good.
passed by it like 3 times. Are we going to talk about the fact that chows are just a thing in this world?
Yeah, they made them like I don't know this like so I thought it was like a pizzeria, but they put them in like
The big mascot things.
yeah, they made them mascots in a restaurant.
5 Nights at Chow's.
I'm glad they got Keanu for this though.
He sounds so cool.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be weird, but I like it. I got used to it.
There it is.
Oh, there it is. I see the chows.
Yeah, he is
Oh
like
my! Oh my gosh!
so yeah, it's like
If Sega was
Japanese-themed
interested in
restaurant.
money, they need to exploit these chows a little bit harder, man. I hope this isn't the only reference that we see to them. Because
In the
this is
movie,
like
it might be. This seems like a good workaround not to have to explain what the chows are if they just brought them into this movie. But maybe we'll get some plush of them. I don't know.
I'm really curious to see how far they're gonna take all of these Sonic movies because, like, you can expect maybe like where if there is a fourth movie, like, is this gonna be like a Fast and Furious thing where there's like 10 fucking Sonic movies?
I mean, like, this is the first movie where they haven't really used any big of antagonists yet, other than Eggman and then Shadow. So they could use Chaos eventually. We don't know yet. They could use Bio-Lizard eventually. So I feel like they could still.
I think literally, yeah. I think if we do a fourth, it should be Neo Metal. Like, because they're basically they started with just Sonic.
Neo?
I mean, you start with Metal Sonic, and you showcase how he becomes Neo Metal, and then you go to Metal Overlord. Because they started with just Sonic, then they put Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails, and did a very much, Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Knuckles is on Eggman's side because he gets duped. And now Shadow, so Sonic Adventure 2.
That would segue perfectly into another discussion, but we will hold off on that because there's still stuff to talk about this. Just you mentioning Metal Overlord.
Yes. I do want to talk about that too. But Sonic has he has so many my thing is, and this is something Sega has finally realized themselves, is that Sonic has so many friends and there are a lot of people who are fans of all Sonic's friends. So it at this point, it doesn't make sense to just drop Sonic games and not include his friends, which is what Sega's been doing for years. And now they realize, oh wait, people actually like these characters. Maybe we should make them playable again. Like Sonic Frontiers, the DLC is the first time Amy, Knuckles, Tails were playable in the main game since Heroes or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 06. It would have been 06 was the last.
Oh
time.
yeah, 06.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just with the movies. I'm kind of anxious to see where they go because these first 3 movies seem like very entry level movies for people to just sit down and consume without knowing too much.
Yeah.
And I hope it doesn't get to that point where it's 6 Sonic movies deep and it's all of how you mentioned before, all the time travel stuff and all of that, and it can get very dangerous and lose a lot of people, and then it'll lead to a lot of not backlash, but with how people consume and review and express themselves with movies and shit nowadays. I feel like it could go down a very bad path, but it's I don't want to get too negative because these have been really good, man.
There's a
I don't think they're
potential
gonna
for
go
fatigue.
Fatigue, I think, is a good way to put it.
I can't see these there being 20 Sonic movies. I can see maybe at most they stop at 5 or 4.
I don't think they're
if it makes money, they're gonna keep making them.
They'll keep making
they
it.
are
Yeah.
pumping money at Paramount with this.
Does that mean
shit.
on Sonic movie 32 they're gonna bring back Infinite?
Sonic movie 32 is when they start going into the comic.
Yeah, they start pulling stuff from the IDW.
We're getting
comics.
Sally Acorn in Sonic movie 32.
That we'll get a Metal Virus movie.
That would go crazy. Sonic gonna get roboticized.
Sonic Underground.
It has to be contingent on who you can pit Sonic against. If he doesn't have,
but the thing is,
somebody
Sonic has
who's
such a
compelling to
large
fight-
rogues gallery of villains that you can just pick. Like it doesn't have to, like, it can be Eggman. You can do
After Eggman Shadow and Metal Sonic, I am blanking. I don't know any other
you don't play the game
person.
stuff. Infinite, Neo Metal Sonic.
Yeah, but that's the
Chaos.
thing though. Like, these are definitely fan service for Sonic fans, but there's also a large portion of
wider
people that
audience.
are watching this that may not know as much.
Yeah,
So if you
but,
start dumping those villains on them, and they get really into it with writing and stuff, some people are gonna be left in the dark with some
I
things.
feel like Infinite could work because he just kind of shows up.
Well, my thing is,
And
you
he'd be
just have to
cool
you have to
visually.
explain them. Like, you have to work them in, right? You can't just like.
Yes,
I agree
but
with you.
again,
you
that'll
can't
come
just
down
dump-
with that'll be like a battle between fatigue and consistent writing.
That's true.
Mhm.
Because if they're consistently writing it very well, like if they have the quality as the first 3 movies, like for the next 10, like without a doubt, like people will enjoy these no matter what, because they're very highly produced. They're doing a great job for the fans and people that love the Sonic lore and all that. So there's a teetery line that they got to stay on just to make sure that they can keep this momentum going.
I feel like they are there now because, like if Sonic Movie 1 dropped with that ugly Sonic model, this would be dead.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't even have the 3rd movie. You wouldn't even have a 2nd movie.
Yeah, but because they redid the model, which from what I heard basically forced them into making a 2nd movie to recoup. But they did that and they went full in on, okay, we're gonna get what the fans want. So they
actually make
brought
a Sonic movie.
Yeah, they brought in like Tyson has to do concept art and draw stuff for them when he does stuff with both IDW and Sega. So like they brought people in to actually consult to actually, make it more something for Sonic fans. And then from doing that transitioned to, oh, here's a movie that fans will go see and they'll talk highly about it. And because they're talking highly about it, other people go see it. And it's like, I don't say the word dumbed down, but they simplify it enough that anyone that does not know Sonic, you can go watch these movies and you can understand the relationship he has to all these characters, because it's introduced as this is the start of Sonic. It's not introduced as, oh, this is Sonic's like 30th adventure. That's like, even when Shadow shows up, the way you showcase how much better Shadow is, just have him kick all their asses, because like technically Shadow is more
that's what I
experienced
mean.
than all of them.
That's what I mean. They're doing a good job with it, but like, if you're making these good movies, then you got like things like the Knuckles show on the side and all of that. Like if we gotta watch a fucking 8-episode series about like Team Vector or whatever the fuck, like.
So what I say is you don't have to worry about that because they already canned the studio that made the Knuckles show. Not because of the Knuckles show, but because Paramount's like downsizing. So you don't have to worry about that. The Knuckles show exists. You really don't even need to watch it. He casts fire. That's all you get for the Knuckles show. It's barely about Knuckles. It had Iblis in it for some reason. That's like the only deep cut they had for Sonic fans. But yeah, the Knuckles show, don't worry about that. And I think going forward, I don't see them doing. I mean, they could do a bunch of shows on the other characters, but I don't think they will. Seems like Paramount isn't interested in making TV shows as much now.
It'd also be even more, like Coase would say, you'd have to watch all the shows to understand what's going on in the movies.
Oh no, my point is the way they're doing it is not like Marvel. The Knuckles show, you don't need to watch that.
Okay.
They're like I said, literally the only thing you would need to know is that he has the ability to light his hands on fire with the flames of disaster. That's all you get from that show. Like there's literally nothing in that show that ties directly into this. Like you can just see Knuckles.
It could start if
with
there's
them
like
and you'd be
8
good.
movies in the future.
I mean, yeah, it can. I'm not disagreeing that they won't ever do that. My whole thing is that I feel like people have seen from Marvel that how much that set on fatigue. So I don't see them going that route. And even Marvel feels that now. And now, like, when they do shows are more standalone rather than every show relates directly to everything that's coming because they're just made giant fatigue.
There's just a lot of fatigue in general lately with shows and movies and stuff like that. That's a whole different discussion I can talk about, but...
No, but I agree because like we're in the time where video game movies are the new superhero movies, basically. Like the Sonic movies came out, they did super well.
It's not even that.
Mario movie did really well, and then
it's not even, like they're mass producing all these video game movies. They're mass producing all of these remakes. They keep airing all of these old movies for 10-year, 15-year anniversaries that don't sell any tickets at all, but they keep doing it. And there's like barely any like original movies that are doing really well in theaters now. Like there's a handful, like the new Alien movie was really good.
I like how as like we're talking about this, and literally today this Minecraft movie trailer dropped.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah. There's just such an uptick of all of this garbage now because people just want to cash grab and shit.
It's just because it's risky for you to bet on something new and creative.
It's not risk. It's not about the risk. It's they don't want to even bother doing it because they know they won't ever get a return on it. And if they just take an IP that's already established, they can at least have a hope of
established IP at least.
Isn't that the definition of risk? What?
Yeah,
you just said the same thing I said with different words. Ghost. That's the same thing. Yeah.
It's not like. It's not the point of it I'm looking at. It's
clarify that aspect for me. It's
if you're doing a risk, it's they want to go out and do the original movie. They don't really want to do it at all. They just want to make money, so they're just going to already work on established IPs. You know what I mean?
I think I'm reading you a lot better now. But the idea, I guess, that I'm trying to like push is that you're right. Of course, they're gonna stick to what works, but they're doing it because the alternative is risky. They're not likely to see.
It's not. I'm saying it's not risky though. They know it's not going to get them a return.
Oh, you're saying it's then it's pointless.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying like there's already all this fatigue because they don't want to bother doing these like movies that won't make them money.
Okay. Now I get you. Okay. Yeah.
I
that makes sense.
Them. Like you want to make
logical.
money, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah. If we're hoping to see a new movie, then we've got to take the reins and shoot it ourselves. So like, are you guys
calm down?
Okay,
there.
so when I start making solutions, now I sound problematic.
Okay, you got
what else?
You got 50 million. You got 50 million, bro, to shoot a movie.
You have 50 million, McDarrett. You make so much money. Do we have to talk about your boatloads of money? You can sponsor a new movie.
You're talking about definitely cannot.
All right, okay, whatever. All I'm saying is that somebody has to eventually, has to eventually venture out and attempt something new.
I mean, you're getting that
in order for there to be a break.
There's a lot of big, obviously, re-releases. Fast and Furious 11 will come out eventually. Obviously, all that stuff's happening. But we're still getting stuff like there's people like Jordan Peele did like Get Out, Us, Nope. Like there's people making
those are 3 movies out of all of the hundreds and hundreds of movies that have come out since those movies.
Yes, dude. I understand what you're saying, and I agree with you.
I'm not saying those aren't being made. I'm just saying anytime
majority
there's a
of people
big announcement of something, or there's all of these box office shit, it's just movies that are already established. Like I want to see new shit. I'm tired of seeing like fucking. Like next week they're gonna fucking announce a Street Fighter movie. Like I'm tired of it, man.
Again.
I can feel your frustration through the freaking mic, bro. You're like, are you gonna blow up someplace? Like it doesn't have to get that serious, but I understand like where you're coming from with this, where it's like everything feels a little blasé. because it's maybe like predictable or just all the same stuff that we're
I
all too
like. I
familiar with.
also
want to do
understand, and
shit, that's
I
it.
get that, but
Yeah.
like the other part is just how expensive shit is now. Which I
Which is
agree.
why I
It shouldn't.
understand why they
People
do all
should
of
make
those
cheaper
productions.
stuff, but like like the Borderlands movie costs several hundreds of millions, and that obviously didn't make any of that shit back. Concord over
I
there
didn't
costs
even
like
know.
150 million, and that game didn't even crack 2,000 players.
It didn't even crack five. Like it didn't even crack 1K.
Yeah,
Probably cracked the 1K.
Yeah,
it
that's
just
insane.
didn't just
with
not
with
on
PlayStation, yeah, it probably cracked both. But still, it's just like shit is very expensive, and so companies are now very averse to trying new things because of that. Which I also agree. I do want. I like every time Disney's like, "Here's a live action version of this thing you liked." It's like, okay, well, most of these I don't care. And then they did Stitch, and it's like, okay, I'll go see that one at least.
Yeah, but I definitely read what Ghost is saying, because then it makes it feel like everything is stagnant. It's like how much more do we have to endure?
How many
remakes and
like
rehashes?
Disney animated movies have come out where people have like, yeah, that was good. Like, oh, like a lot of the recent ones. Well, like what was that latest one that came out with that fucking guy that absolutely no
Oh.
one liked?
Wish.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
their
that comes
animated
nuts.
movies are fucking like dive bombing, and so they go, okay, let's just do live actions of our old ones. People love
I mean,
those.
Inside,
People don't love those. So
Inside
it's like,
Out 2 did do super well, but that's also a sequel. So
Yeah.
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like,
Sequel, so people showed up. That's why we're getting Toy Story 5. That's why we're getting Incredibles 3.
and it's because
Hell
these
no.
like fucking top of the top people at these companies are so brain dead and don't understand what people want. They just want to make money and how much they can maximize the profits. That's why you get all these dog shit live service games, all these dog shit fucking live action movies and video game adaptations that are dog shit. I'm tired of it, man. Anyways, that was
Sorry,
a
Ghost.
wild tangent that had no relation to anything.
I mean, no,
it's fair. I
It's
feel
fair,
you.
though,
Nah,
'cause
that's all good, bro.
that's a
You're
real
on a
feeling
list
that a lot
now,
of people
bro.
have. No, it's very fair.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you're saying, McDad, and unless somebody comes in with deep pockets who's willing to do something different, we're kind of cucked for the foreseeable future.
You need studios like
I mean-
Blumhouse and studios that like they're fine with taking risks on new IPs, new ideas. 'Cause they just
Yeah.
want to foster new stuff, but like that's not common in the industry. It's mostly people saying like this is the safe thing to do. Like, and we keep talking about it, but like fucking Concord was supposed to be a safe bet for Sony, an Overwatch hero shooter. What could possibly go wrong with this? Flopped because they released it ultra late because like that genre of live service games, people are just again fatigued. You can't like the annoying part with live service games is you can't make all your games live service. How is anyone going to play all of them? There's not enough time in the day because all of them will want you to log on nearly every day and play for a bunch of hours to stay on track of whatever's going on. You can't do that with every single game. So when Sony's like, oh yeah, we're launching 13 live services with Bungie as the helm because they're doing so well with Destiny. Yeah, that shit's not going to work out. I mean, Helldivers did
And
fine.
look at Bungie too.
Yeah, and now Bungie's
Helldivers
getting
also
cut.
is technically live service, but it's not reliant on people playing, so you can just get a group of friends to play it.
I mean, it is reliant on people playing, isn't it? Because
Oh.
to have stuff progress, you need people to do
Oh
the
yeah,
objective.
true.
But yeah, you can just play with a group of friends, which is fine. That's probably why Helldivers works a little better, is because you can play with people. Like all these, especially live service PvP shooters, there are so many of them that the idea that you were going to release one for $40 and do well is such it's so stupid. Most of
I'm
these things are
surprised
free
they
to play
didn't
now.
even, Like, yeah, I'm surprised they didn't
Yep.
even go with free to play. They were just like, yeah, we're just shutting it down.
I
Yeah,
think
like-
if it did so bad, like it did so bad. Like I remember,
But
like,
you spend 8 years on it for it just to shut down in
Yeah,
2
8
weeks. Like,
years to
like
turn it off in 2
you
weeks.
could possibly just keep it free to play and see if it can garner some momentum.
I think they saw like the Steam, like before they made the announcement, like the Steam charts were at like 100 players. I think they just panicked and pulled the plug.
I mean, it's the
They
same
probably
thing
could've
that like
eliminated
Multiverses technically did. Multiverses player count was down, so like, oh, we're gonna take it down and bring it back. But the problem is, you get one chance of the first impression. You get one. So if Concord ever actually does come back, but I don't see that happening, like everyone already has the impression, well, that game was dog shit. They turned it off. So like, how are you ever going to like get people to try it again? Like, yeah, there's a Realm Reborn, there's No Man's Sky, but that's very rare. I feel like for a game to actually have that kind of renaissance and come back.
Those ones got resurrected. They got second chances.
Yes, original Final Fantasy 14 was not good. It was a big mess. So they brought it down. Then they did a Realm Reborn. They rewarded people who already played and gave them like, I think, lifetime subs to some people.
You know why those games? You know why those games come out to be so successful after like those failed first impressions? Because none of them are owned by first party developers.
They're third parties.
14 was also
it's Square Enix
weird...
and then No Man's Sky is indie.
Also, 14 was weird because I think wasn't their entire company in jeopardy if they didn't fix the game?
Oh yes, Square was fucked.
Yeah, so like
they put so much
had,
money
like...
into that game that if 14 flopped again, they were fucked. Yeah.
They had
Thankfully, it's a big money maker now, so they can always fall back on it if another project falls through.
It is now making the most money for them compared to it almost tagging the entire. That's why 13 had like 3 games. Is because what happened with 14. They just had to make do.
This is a quick tangent side, side comment or whatever. But like, since we're on the topic of FF14, why is it that Tito, Warchamp, and Virum and I guess a doppelganger Mike created a opposition podcast related to all things FF14 and then didn't tell anybody or any one of us, and it's been a secret project with logos and
because
it's in direct opposition to this podcast. What are you
talking about?
How
is it in direct opposition?
It's a complete competitor 14. To this podcast.
We barely talk about 14.
It's strictly a 14 podcast. It's not a general gaming one. It's not a general news podcast.
This podcast was built on Final Fantasy 14, so that's why I don't understand.
Hey, what are you talking about?
What?
We've talked about
it yourself.
Shout out to that.
4 times. We haven't even done the roundtable of Endwalker or
Dawn Trail.
Dawn Trail.
Did anyone even play 14 when this podcast started?
I mean, yeah,
probably not.
But 14 wasn't out when this podcast started. I'm pretty sure, right?
No, this podcast started way before.
Because a Realm Reborn, I'm almost because I remember Realm Reborn came out after this podcast. Let's see.
No shot Japan Time's older than 14, bro.
Hold on, let's see.
100% we are.
We're older than a Realm Reborn.
I didn't even have that on my radar.
Older by like a few months.
Yeah, original.
There
14
we go.
Was,
there's the handsome gentleman.
It was 2010. So original 14 is older, but a Realm Reborn we're older than that.
Why did I think a Realm Reborn was like 20? Whatever. You looked it up, so I don't gotta.
Well, regardless, though, the Light Podcast that is
Light Party podcast
that threw me for a loop.
Light Party,
Light Party, light. The Light Party, the
Light.
You know
Party
how to pronounce
podcast.
words. I don't know how to. There we go. And that happens what every Tuesday? Every Tuesday when we have our podcast. I just find it a little suspicious.
Podcast is not on Tuesdays.
I just find it suspicious that everybody's trying to
wait,
no,
real
it started
talk,
off with Zeph leaving. Then after that, it was Roger making his own podcast. Then Shofu made his own podcast. Then Fidel made his own podcast. So you know, it's really weird that I get blamed for my abandonment, but you guys are abandoning.
You were gone for 4 years,
every day.
Okay, and then you are barely here now. You are barely here. What are you talking about?
Right. That doesn't contradict anything I just said.
Yes, it does. You disappeared for 4 years, said nothing to anybody, vanished. Roger has to put out feelers to figure out where you are. And then eventually you just come back. It's like, okay, Ricky's back. That's cool. And then now
I didn't start a rival podcast. That's what I'm saying.
Bro, it's not. It's not a rivalry. It's not a rivalry.
That's all I'm saying.
It's not a rivalry. It's almost like podcasts are a recorded format, and we're not live at the same time anyway, and it's recorded, so people can just watch it whenever they want. It's all good. Don't worry about it.
That's fine. I'll be checking it out to see if you guys are covering some of the topics.
Actually, it's better if people branch out and do content like this, because if people enjoy people who do this and they look around for them and they come to Japan Time after the fact, that's good for us. It's not a rivalry.
Okay. All right. That's all you had to say. That had you just said that from the very beginning, I wouldn't have made all this noise about it.
Yeah, they'll go watch the Light Party podcast to see that 3 of the members on there aren't actively on the Japan Time podcast.
Oh my gosh. Is that the only way you can get a hold of Warchamp?
It's because Warchamp is really busy on Mondays. So like when we did the thing to move to Wednesdays, it was going to make it should have made it better for Warchamp and Fidel, because Fidel is a mystery, right? Because real talk, right? That he joined on Japan Time. It's cool. He was a guest all the time. Became a full member. Cool. He was already a member of Japan Time before his stream picked up. So why the fuck does he keep himself so busy on Mondays? That I don't understand. It's like, why would you not just be like, oh yeah, this is the day I need for this thing?
It's just like the movies. He's trying to make money. That makes sense. To me, that makes sense.
Okay, no, but I'm saying,
feed himself.
Yes, but I'm saying in the first place, if he knows he's on Japan Time, he should have made it so Monday is one of his off days, so that way he can do Japan Time. There's no issue. Because he was already a member of Japan Time before his stream picked up. And now...
Oh, really?
Because he's off, yes.
Yeah.
And now, because he's off on the weekends, he feels anxious if he does not stream on Mondays. So he always streams on Mondays. And it's just like, because he does it that way, he often misses.
I'll just ask him for his analytics to see if he just ends up making more money on Mondays than the weekends, and that's why he's off on the weekends.
He just likes to have weekends off so he can travel and stuff.
Bro, his viewers are all like 8. They have homework on Monday.
That's what I suspected would be the problem. It's all children, and it makes the most sense for him to be doing it on the weekday. But they have homework on the weekdays too.
Maybe they don't even have homework anymore. I don't know.
Who the fuck knows, bro? Well, in any case,
it's just planning. That's all it comes down to. I wish people would just, plan more and show up. But it's like, whenever we're gonna do Chinatown, I'm not upset people don't make this, because it's like we get who we can, and then we'll just do what we can. Because like obviously it's gonna be it's not the full cast, kind of why we do a Chinatown. And if Roger's not around, it's always good luck for whoever's gonna show up. But yeah. Now Aru is a full member, and she's only been on one episode because I feel like she's followed the.
I do think it's quite funny that this was the one time where she said that she wasn't that she actively said that she couldn't be here.
Yeah.
I remember somewhere we were going to talk about something about Metal Overlord. That was a tangent.
Indeed, we were.
Yeah.
So recently there was another trailer for Sonic X Shadow Generations. It had even more zones, even more gameplay, showing off Shadow's new Doom powers, as well as Metal Overlord boss fight with seemingly in the Egg Fortress, but it's like submerged underwater.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is that thing that honestly, like, I feel like they're marketing it well, where they're showing off cool trailers, they're having previews every now and then, and everything is just cool. Everything about it just looks good. Mm-hmm. And I think it partially works because it's building off the foundation of a game that's already, largely perceived as a pretty good game. So, it's got a good leg up in that regard.
Might be a hot take, but I'm not 100% sold on Shadow being like part Venom and having a symbiote and stuff. I'm not.
He's had that since like 2005.
Yeah, this is like taking from Shadow the Hedgehog, the video game.
Oh man, there's aspects of it that are cool, but like
he was created with alien DNA.
Yeah.
Like
the villain Black Doom. Yeah, that's the
they
villain
lost the
Black
plot
Doom.
for me, bro.
That's like where part of his DNA came from. Was from Black Doom.
Okay, so it tracks, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's stupid, but it's not like out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
you're
think
not completely in love with
this
it
one
either,
that's
huh?
happening on screen right now is the stupid one because
It's a
Shadow has
full
boots that
transformation.
hover and can run fast enough to go on top of water. So I don't know why he needs to turn into a squid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Isn't it
that one is
cooler when he
relatable.
does it with his shoes, with his rocket
Yeah.
shoes,
Yeah.
than
It is.
having
The
this
wings
stuff?
are cool, obviously, but this
Yeah,
is fine
yeah.
too. Like the surf, that's cool, but why squid?
Yeah, the squid one is really weird.
That kind of reminds me
This is
of the
the
It also
what's
doesn't
it called?
really
The
look like
spike
him.
from the spike wisp from Colors.
It'd be cool if
Does
he
all the
could
same
use
stuff.
like his tentacles as squid to like Spider-Man.
They do show that once he like uses to grab something while in that form and like pull himself over. I forget where it is. I think it's pretty soon.
I think the
yeah,
tentacles
where
would
it's
just be
wings.
cooler
Yeah, right
if he could use them
Yeah.
in shadow form.
Yeah. It does kind of make me wonder if they're going so like deep in with these Black Doom powers. Just like, what is Black Doom doing, and just how involved is he going to be in the storyline? Obviously, he's most likely the main antagonist of the Shadow Generations aspect of this. But then it's like, what's he trying to do, and what is he currently doing to Shadow to make him have all of this and do all of this?
Mm-hmm.
Like that just made me realize.
What was his original
aren't these
motivation?
literally just Shadow's wisps? Since he
Yeah,
doesn't
pretty
have
much.
wisps,
They're like wisp
Essentially,
powers.
yeah.
Yeah.
can he not use wisps? Like if he appeared in a game with wisps, would they tell him to fuck off? Why?
I mean, technically he can because in Team Sonic Racing he uses them, like everyone does. But I guess they did it this way because this relates more to Shadow, like how wisps relate to Sonic. So they just did the.
What's the
Doom
difference between
powers.
Doom Spear and Chaos Spear? Because he can do that,
Yeah, it's nothing,
right?
it's pretty much it's Chaos Spear.
Yeah.
Just with Doom. That's it.
Okay. So wait, since Chaos Spear is like a move that he actually like retained forever, pretty much.
Mhm.
Did they ever just? What's up with Sonic's equivalent in Adventure 2, where he does the wind?
Basically Frontiers brought that back as some of those
okay.
attacks, but besides that, like, yeah, they like never reference that.
Like,
Also,
he could like summon wind.
Here's something that's really interesting about this trailer. This stage right here, this is Sonic Frontiers.
Yep, it's Chaos Island from Sonic Frontiers. Honestly, I'm quite looking forward to playing this without.
Why would
all the
Shadow be
pop-in.
there?
Yeah,
Who
that's
knows?
like
Isn't that supposed to be his memories?
Yes, that's like normally the gist.
So
of
maybe he was there.
Generations.
That would be weird.
But it's like because like this is Sonic Frontiers. There is a Sonic Forces stage in this trailer too. I can't remember where.
Yeah. Where is it? It's like an interior section of Sunset Heights, if I recall correctly. I think it's further back than that. I think it's this. Yeah, it's that part where he kicks the alien up. I think it's actually here. This is an interior section of Sunset Heights. Because those Doom aliens appear in like every level.
And this is Chaos Island again.
That interior part definitely looked like the one, like the aesthetic of that rail grind level in Sonic Adventure. With like it was like a temple. Sonic Adventure 2, I mean.
Oh, like Pyramid Cave.
That
and
part
stuff?
right there with the pillars.
Mm.
No,
Oh, yeah.
a little before that one where it's darker.
Dark.
It's like the third one. No,
This
that
one?
one. Yeah,
Yeah.
but the tubes are blue, which is different.
The robots are also because Eggman's robots change from game to game. Those ones look more like I think they're the Forces ones. So it might have been that one.
Yeah, because like all the Forces ones are like this like gray color.
Yeah,
Because yeah, like because there's a Sonic Frontier. I mean, I don't think he's gonna fight any of the Frontier bosses, but he should fight Infinite. They should do that.
Please, rerun Infinite, please, Sega. He's so cool visually.
Let
Yes,
Shadow.
it
What
kick
would
his
his
ass
final
again.
boss be? Would it be Chaos?
Probably Black Doom.
Well, I like Black Doom.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, like Black Doom's like actually there, right?
Yeah. He's like
Yeah, I mean, like memory bosses, I guess.
oh, for each stage, so like the section of stages.
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna get Meta Overlord. He has they showed Bio Lizard. So Bio Lizard, Metal Overlord, we know for sure. Definitely Black Doom. Then he should have rival fights, so we might get the other side of fighting Sonic.
That'd be actually
that would be really cool.
A Sonic boss fight.
Yeah, because he should. They potentially should do Sonic. They should do Silver.
That has never happened before, has it?
Not since Sonic Adventure too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then only Infinite if they want to pull him out of the not canon.
Infinite should be a rival fight, honestly. It would
technically he fights Sonic in Shadow the Hedgehog as well.
Oh yeah.
But like you're barely fighting Sonic, you're fighting the fucking gun commander and his robot most of the time. Yeah, I believe there was also an actual preview of the Kingdom Valley stage.
Yeah. I think they showed that off with the remix of it, and then they showed off what was I gonna say? They did more of the Metal Overlord boss fight, yeah. And the only thing I'm sad about is I'm fairly certain it's not a remix. I think they just put in what I'm made of. Now that is my favorite song, but I really want to hear a remix.
I think they did the same thing for when they showed off the Space Colony Arc gameplay. They just put the Shadow the Hedgehog final arc music on there before we actually heard
remix later. Okay.
Yeah, I think
this place. What is that? The hub area?
Yeah. So in this,
like Bowser's Fury, and you go into levels.
Essentially, I think that's what they're going for.
It's like a Bowser's Fury hub, but like
yeah.
Because
previously in Generations, it was just a 2D white space, and you just kind of go side to side. But yeah, now they're making it into much more of an expansive hub area.
They want it to be like an open zone, like in Frontiers, where you actually run around.
So this is meant to be. This is very much meant to be its own game. It just kind of comes bundled with Sonic Generations now.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
When you open it up, you can choose which one to play.
Okay. I always thought they should use Shadow as like, in Kirby, how there's like meta nightmare mode.
Yeah.
When you beat the game.
Yeah,
where it's supposed to be like a speed run, but it's like you're at full power. They could just do that with Shadow.
They definitely should do stuff like that more often. I feel like after Frontiers and the DLC with how much people liked playing the other characters, I think we're going to get more of that stuff where you're going to play other characters more often and get different feel of stuff. I think especially with Shadow, because Shadow now has become extremely popular again.
Yeah, it feels like, for all of their blunders here and there, I feel like this has been kind of the most in touch that Sega and Sonic Team have felt with the fans for a long time in terms of the things that people want to see.
Yeah, this looks like the first time they perfectly are mixing, because the open zone thing looks like, instead of like, it's not just a hub, it looks like a level. So you keep doing things there. But then you have like actual level design levels and not just area.
Not just very short things. Like that was like my thing with Frontiers is like the cyberspace stages, they all felt really cool, but they all were like very small set pieces. I really felt the DLC when they were much larger, not much, but they were larger.
Yeah,
more expansive,
some of those like
much better.
The endings like literally jump scared me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sonic Forces was very guilty of that as well. Very abrupt, like levels ending when it felt like they just started getting going.
Yeah. And then Sonic Forces tried the thing of like, oh, but it's short, but you go back with different Wispins, and that's the replay. No, people aren't doing that. They're gonna finish it, and that's that. Like, I think in Frontiers they did a better job with like the Chow, like hiding stuff in the stages. Like I think in the Sonic Generations side of this, there's gonna be like Chow hidden in stages that you can go find. So I think they are like.
Has there
trying to
been
add
an
more
actual
stuff.
Chow in something?
Not this is. I think this is the first time in a very long time that a Chow will be actually in a game.
Did they explain why they're allergic to increasing their revenue by just exploiting Chows and bastardizing Chows even more?
Yeah, that's the one thing that we've never been able to figure out, I guess.
It's a misuse of the IP. They're the only people who have access to this thing. And they could really run a checkup if they just freaking.
They could
even if they made like a mobile app where
they would print money with
where you can do a
Chow
Tamagotchi thing with the Chows.
I
would go crazy.
Yeah, I would buy.
That's what I'm saying, Wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even the biggest Sonic fan. I would say I would play a Chow mobile game.
I don't know. It's very strange to me. it's very strange that they don't incorporate them even more.
There has to be a reason for it, but I don't know what it would be.
Maybe a legal thing? I don't know.
No, it's not
been
any
years.
of that. From my understanding, is like chows are very rooted in Sonic Adventure, so if they do chows again, they feel like they need to make Sonic Adventure 3, like something of that level, and they have been not like it's. I know Izuka wants to do that, but it's like he also doesn't want to just ship it just to ship it. I think he wants to actually make something
game,
cool.
I guess.
Yeah, because I feel like that's the routes they're trying to go. It's not full Sonic Adventure, but like more characters are playable. You can do more stuff. Like they're kind of headed that way. It feels like with the way things are going.
Yeah, because for like a long time, wasn't it just actually only Sonic?
Yes, since like Sonic 06, you only played Sonic.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So long as they start like teasing it a little bit.
I always say when I see this, Shadow's fucking run cycle in Sonic 06 is so
Holy
fucking
shit,
garbage.
that's bad.
It's so bad. Oh my god, that game is so ass.
It is not a good looking game. Actually,
I like that they kept his like sway run thing where he doesn't really go he doesn't go super hard. He just sort of moves. Like his arms slow.
On the topic of that, actually, I think something that I really like about Shadow X Generations, it coming off of Frontiers, this looks very polished. It looks very kind of it looks very clean. All of the animations are in place. There's a lot of kind of little details in both the stages, environments, animations, all that.
Well,
that
like
make
with
it
Frontiers,
feel like
there
a
was
very
so
finished
much.
product.
There was so much nitpicking before the game came out. I haven't really seen anything about this game, so I think that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also like that, God, I can't. That fucking IGN first video they did for Frontiers was so fucking bad.
That was insane.
It did not market that game well at all.
Weren't they also like hiding everything about Frontiers early on?
Yeah, they just had him not even running, walking around. like it's like, what are you doing? This
That was
how you're
crazy.
gonna show
Why
off your
are
new
you
Sonic
showing
game?
me?
It was so bad. Didn't show combat. Didn't have any music. Just walking around. Why?
Questions that we will probably never know the answer to.
Well, I feel like maybe they've learned now because
marketing
for this.
Marketing for this is way better.
Yep. Yeah. This 100% looks like something that I'd indulge in just to see how far they've come.
It actually also looks like it is technically running well. I don't see any weird pop-in like I did with Frontiers trailers.
That was rough.
It looks good and it doesn't drop frames or anything crazy.
Yeah, it's running at that nice smooth 60.
Sonic 06 gameplay in modern 2024 is so funny.
It's looks like it's like I forget, but then seeing it again is like, God, this game is
Seeing the actual game, especially after looking at like Project 06, is just it's jarring. Very jarring to say the least.
Wait, why is there a Sonic Adventure? Why isn't there a Shadow skin? Hello?
Terios is technically a Shadow skin.
Yeah, so like Terios is like one of the original beta designs for Shadow.
Oh wait, he has a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the pre-orders when they showed
I just saw like a Sonic Adventure skin and I was like, why is Sonic getting a skin?
Here we go. Put it back up. So Terios, this one here is a Shadow skin.
Thing. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Because it's Sonic Adventure, it's Sonic Adventure for modern Sonic, Sonic R for classic Sonic, and then this Terios one for Shadow.
Man, if that's what we got, Shadow would have never been popular.
Yes. Very glad they changed away from this thing.
It's trying too hard to be edgy.
It's edgy Sonic.
It makes sense why it was like a concept art, not the final one.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
It's like how like before like There is some concept art for Blaze where she's literally just female Sonic before they changed it, because like that. At first, they just started things. We'll just base it off Sonic, and then slowly build it out. And yeah, it was literally just Sonic with a scar on his face. That was going to be Shadow. You know, glad they did not do that. Also, can we talk about this thing? Is to play 3 days early. I did not even realize that. How many games are coming out in October? Because there's a shit
it's crazy.
Ton.
There are so many.
I will say, can games please stop doing the buy the deluxe edition to play 30 games early, please?
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
You know, I'm okay if it's a pre-order bonus, but I don't want it to be in the deluxe.
No, I'm tired of when pre-order bonuses were actually like really fucking good physical shit, and not just here's a skin cosmetic or here's like 20 potions in Pokemon.
I'm kind of weird. I mean,
I can't even remember the last
collector's
physical one because
now.
I remember Marvel with those shitty ass stones. I remember Dark Souls. I think
the eggs.
The Estus
I will
that
say
looked like a grenade.
Mainly just a US thing. I like every Pokemon game I just pre-order from Japan and get all the cool stuff.
It is a US thing, like, or a North American thing. Like Europe and Japan have like a lot more physical.
Europe used
like,
to get dog
rewards.
shit though.
Yeah, but they
yeah,
make up for
recently
it
we've
now.
been getting better. Yeah.
Like for like when I
remember they got like Pokemon Diamond and Pearl like almost a year later.
Like this is the kind of stuff that, like, I don't know, SV got like you get a sticker or a poster in the US, and then in Japan you get an art book and a like promo card.
I mean, for the Sonic Shadow Generations, Japan has an official collector's edition with a Shadow statue.
Oh, yeah.
And then only recently has America gotten one, but we either do limited run games, so not gonna see that shit for a year.
Limited run.
Oh yeah, fuck limited run games.
Yeah, they take away. Well, for this one, they're actually at least sending you the game early, so like they're gonna ship the game around the time that it actually comes out, and then send you the rest later. But like Scott Pilgrim,
it's insane. That
well
company,
over a year. It was annoying.
That company only exists because of scalping.
Yes.
I am so glad I did not get the Persona 4 Collector's Edition for that. Knowing how apparently
if people
I didn't
scalp shit, that company would be worth $0.
Yeah.
All right, what's next, Virum?
Well, I guess next up we've got the Indie World Showcase and the Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. All of the games that were shown in that.
Oh my god.
That of course is.
Okay, well, we'll pass the mic over to Zeph. He has a lot to say about both of these themes. So
I didn't watch either of these things.
Yeah, there was.
Okay, all right, Wisdom.
I think
it's your
I think
time to
for the
shine.
majority of us, there wasn't too much of a particular note.
I think I saw like a Trails remake, which was that's cool.
I just skimmed through it.
Who actually watched it?
I watched it.
Who actually watched
I watched it?
I skimmed through to make sure there's no Silk Song. Just to...
You guys you gotta abandon that dream. I keep seeing it. I keep seeing it on socials.
Oh,
You guys just stop with the Silk Song.
I'm not a Silk Song fan. I just wanted to check and see how they're doing.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, they're in shambles. They're 100% in shambles.
They're eternally in shambles.
Okay, so
but
then
I'll tell you something that isn't in shambles. Balatro.
Oh, what?
The card game that apparently very, very well received. I think came out earlier this year. And that has had a bunch of new collaborations, including one with The Witcher, one with Among Us, one with Vampire Survivors.
Vampire Survivors, let's go!
I think these are just card skins, but there's like a big update for this next year.
Yeah, it's like they just tweeted about their new update. I didn't see. I think it said summer though.
Yeah. After that, we got another trailer for Never, from the creators of Gris. We got a trailer for this, I think, a while ago. It's the game about.
I think the first time we've seen gameplay, because at first it was just like very stylistic.
I said it before. I'll say it again. I'm never playing that.
Yeah, this looks like certain indie games have
You
a
think you're
look,
so clever.
and I just know that it's dog shit when I see.
It looks
Game-
nice. What do you mean? What it looks actually
No,
good.
yeah, it looks nice, but I know when I play it, I'm not gonna be doing anything.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So gameplay wise, you can already decipher.
I can tell by how it looks. There's all kinds of indie games that do this weird no line outlined platform game. I don't like it. There's too many.
Okay.
And they're always bad.
All right.
At least
Yeah,
it wasn't
there's
a
a-
farming game.
It's all like Limbo's fault or something. I don't know when it started.
There's definitely
Yeah, I think it was-
there's a select handful of, I think, visual styles that indie games tend to lean towards. That's one of them.
Adopt.
The simplified pixel art is another one. The low poly 3D is another one.
Yeah, I almost never played Celeste because of the art style they decided to use. That's also a classic dog shit look.
But Celeste is
mind
actually a
Celeste
good game,
look.
isn't it?
Yeah,
No,
Celeste
I
is
mean it looks
very good.
fine. It's just a classic. Most indie games that look like this are terrible.
Okay.
Let me skip through
I know what you're getting at.
I think next up we
What
got
the hell
Moth.
is this on the screen?
This is a Moth
Some
Cubic.
DDR shit. I don't know what was going on.
It's it's just kind of a lot of little things.
Uh-huh.
It's a little guy and he works for some company and he's got to save his company, but he's doing all sorts of things.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, man. We could
Then
that's
after
great.
that came.
we could skip through a lot of.
What is this one?
What
Coffee
the
Talk
hell
is
Tokyo. And I don't
Oh,
know
yeah.
what the hell this is about.
I
Yeah,
forgot
there,
that.
there is a lot of stuff you can skip in this.
Yeah. There's a Sea of Stars
Keep moving
DLC
until-
coming.
We see
Stories
some.
of the Watchmaker.
Is this Sea of Stars?
Yes, this is Sea of Stars DLC.
This is a Chinatown. Can I ask a mean question?
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Of course.
Like, at what point during development? Certainly, these people know. No one is going to play their shit.
Come on, Zeph.
It's just like, when do you pack it up?
Come on, Zeph. You have to make an attempt because you don't know what could
I'm
go
not talking about
viral,
this
what
game
could have
specifically,
charm.
but like, there's just some indie games. When
I mean,
see
you
them, you're
don't-
like
you
this.
don't
No,
know.
not this. This is okay. Well, no, it's not okay. Actually, look how it looks on the Switch.
This is the one that you're
That's the other
co-signing?
part is like they're showcasing stuff
Not
on
this
the
one.
Switch, and it's like the Switch was never gonna do them any favors.
I will
It's
say
like-
there
Why
was
is this
one
on the Switch?
that-
This
since
shit
we are on
does not
Chinatown-
look like power. It actually looks like you're using an erase tool in Paint.
This sure
Is
did
this
have one game
supposed
that
to
annoyed
be
me.
a new take on Mario Sunshine?
No, it's Power
No,
Wash
it's Power
What is
Wash
this?
Simulator. It's like
Power
it's a
Wash
game people actually
Okay.
like, but it's terrible on this console.
Yeah, it just looks really bad on the Switch.
Oh,
This
it
is-
can actually
this
look
is-
better than this?
Yes.
This is
Yeah, this looks like
this is
RuneScape.
rough.
Because it's on the Switch. Yeah,
Oh
this
my
is
gosh.
Shrek DLC.
Looks like
for
a
this game.
RuneScape night.
Yeah, this Power Wash Simulator came out a couple years ago, if I recall correctly.
A Square Enix game actually, or Square Enix published at least.
Yeah, and then after that we had
Okay.
Morsels.
What
I
was
think this
after
game
this?
looks fun.
That one I did leave with good
It's like
impressions.
It does look
yeah,
cool.
it's like a.
Where's the gameplay? Where's the gameplay for it?
Skip like halfway into the section, and you can see
Is this it?
gameplay for stuff. I think it's like a roguelike. Wander around another roguelike where you play as a little
Is he
guy
shit?
wandering around this weird little world,
Is
doing
he
weird
shit?
little things.
He looks
He does look like
he
it.
looks like it.
You turn into
Might
a little
be.
bigger little guy. Let's go.
Are you in a sewer?
Out of
This
the
thing is like a
usual
piece of
port.
shit in the
Okay, this
sewer?
is definitely like sewage.
Yeah, there's
There's
cockroaches.
flies,
and
there's
shit.
pigeons.
Yeah.
Yeah, frog.
This game does. I like this game. This game looks neat.
Yeah,
So what's
we could-
what's the premise behind this one?
we can
It's
skip
just like
the
an
weird.
adventure?
Behind Morsels. I actually don't remember.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why'd it go 3D?
It's like they were just kind of talking
Oh,
about.
are you in
their
someone's
game being weird.
intestine? Is that what this is? Morsels.
Oh,
Looks
so
like
you
you've
are
been
shit.
eaten.
Okay.
Yeah, unless you fell into a mouth, it looks like you've been eaten or something. I don't know what this was.
So you are actually shit.
I
The main
Okay.
character looks like a little rat. And
Oh,
transform into
can they
other
play-
little monsters.
Okay, this is where I'm gonna be mean. Can indie devs make visual novels that aren't just making fun of dating sims? I've been playing through.
Is there like a lot of that, Wisdom?
That everyone's interpretation in like with like West indie games is, oh yeah, they're just dating sims, right? I've been playing through Witch and the Holy Knight, and there is no dating in that. It is a fun story.
I bet they just stopped making visual novels.
Oh no,
write a fucking book. Pick up a pen. What the fuck are you doing?
I'm sure there's a market for this, just like there's a market for people who keep buying.
There's a
Just
market
Dance.
for fucking fentanyl too, but you shouldn't sell it.
There's not a market for fentanyl. They're just trying to increase
Have
their
you been to
profits
Kensington?
by lacing. Huh?
Have you been to
You
Kensington?
said, have I been to? Where's Kensington at? I
It's
guess
that place in
not.
Philadelphia where everyone walks around like it's Thriller.
Oh yeah. I've seen videos randomly on my algorithm. It could be a good community for me to try and like infiltrate or whatever, but like, I mean, somebody's already doing a good job over there. I'm supposing. So yeah.
Yeah. I don't think
In
we
any
need to talk
case,
about
though.
the weird dating everything game.
Yeah,
People, you don't need to date lamps and cabinets, but the next game looks pretty cool. It's like a hybrid, like an RPG, hybrid of like
Peggle?
an RPG and Peggle / Breakout. Looks pretty
Oh,
neat.
this looks actually cool.
This
Games like this
I
are
think it has
usually fun.
roguelike elements too, as well. If I remember.
This also like this is like a really fun game just to have open and just play while you do other stuff.
Yeah.
Are these games like out or what's the?
So some of them are coming out later this year / the start of next year. I think a couple of games that were shown throughout this presentation actually are out now. But yeah, I think most of the more interesting ones are coming out later.
Okay.
Yeah, so this one's out.
Oh, this thing's even called.
This particular one.
This
is
one
out,
on
though.
if it's on Steam, I might play it.
All right.
I haven't turned my Switch on.
I didn't
in
realize
like
that they did
literal
that.
months. I'm starting to like wonder if it is dead or like it hasn't. It's
think
on
mine
its
has a
way out.
Mine probably has a colony of like cockroaches in it by now.
I didn't even realize
It'll
this
be
popped up in this
resurrected.
trailer. I'm not gonna lie to you.
What is this?
What the fuck is
Hello,
this?
Nintendo game
players.
Nintendo players. Coast, it's time to sue.
I've
Coast.
already submitted forms.
Okay.
Looks like a shitty version of the grandma from Courage.
Oh, Miriam? What the fuck? Too much macaron.
This game looks kind of fun, but looks like a game I'd play for like 2 hours one day and then never again.
Yeah.
But sometimes there's just games like that.
I think
everything is not supposed to take over your life, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
just supposed to be a brief experience. You say you did it and then you're out of there.
Especially for like these type of like party games.
one of the nice
Right.
things about indie games in general is that because they're relatively cheap a lot of the time, you know, just getting it and playing it for a couple of hours doesn't feel like the end of the world. You know, you're paying the equivalent of a movie ticket for a game that lasts about as long as a movie, the way I think about it.
Yeah.
Which is a good bargain. That definitely works. I know about this one. I'm surprised people aren't more excited for this one. This is
What
this
the
is,
hell is
what,
this?
Pico?
So why? Okay, so
Pico
what
Park 2.
I guess I've never seen the original, but like, why would you say excited? Exactly. That's like my thing. It's like I see this and it's like, okay, this is platforming. You do co-op stuff.
Oh yeah,
that's cool.
I think one of my
enough, but,
friends
like,
wanted like just play this game, like stream this game, because you can get a bunch of people together.
This looks like a frustrating time. There's at least 5 brain cells that have to coordinate
Which
with
makes
each
it
other.
funny.
You get what I mean? Like I can
Yeah.
see the content value behind this. That's why I'm saying like I would have suspected that this is something people would have been excited about. Like it's a puzzle thing where you're working and collaborating with so many people. It's a nice little take on a party game. 100%. Oh wait, oh, it's out. I didn't even notice it was out. Was that like the highlight of the indie direct?
There's no way.
They show there's a couple more games. They do the little quick fire thing where they show a few more games. You know, Shovel Knight.
I know
again
Shovel Knight
coming
is popular.
Yeah, a couple of others, and then they actually close off with Pizza Tower coming to the Switch. Which
Okay,
obviously that game has been on Steam for the past year or so, like year and a half. Now coming to Switch. Not sure why you would play it on the Switch if you can play it on your PC, but I guess it is the kind of game that you may want to play on the go, but it's also the kind of game where you don't want 5 years of latency to to clog your experience.
Unlike Limited Run games, on Fangamer it actually has a cool collector's edition where you get a little cooking timer of him.
Oh, that
Well,
is cool.
Fangamer's not a shitty site.
Yeah.
So Pizza Tower is essentially just Wario Land 3. That's
Here,
what it
Kind of, but not really.
I don't have access to voice chat, but I'll send you.
It was more like Wario Land
is it
4.
better?
It's like I've never really played it. I've just seen people play it, so I should probably play it first.
Mhm.
But it looks more like Wario Land 4 than anything.
Okay. I don't know if I was a big fan of Wario Land 4 though.
It's like
I don't know
puzzle
if it-
to get to end of level, and then get to end of level, and then rush back to the start of the level with a different path.
Okay.
I think that's how it is.
So then I guess that was the big one, because then that was the end of the indie before they did the partner showcase.
And
The partner one was okay, right?
It had.
I don't think either of these.
It had some good things in there. Well, one that I know of in particular.
Yeah,
There's like a
I think the
hand-
There's
partner
one
showcase.
thing that I remember.
Nintendo's must be like, it must be crazy. They're watching the Switch rot in like real time.
I think with the
Nothing's
partner
happening.
showcase,
We
there's, like,
also
a
don't
very
know what they're
particular-
really cooking though.
There's a particular niche of people that I think would have probably enjoyed this partner showcase just because of a handful of games they showed like nearish the middle.
Buying a collection for the same game 62 times or something, by the way, is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But somebody's doing it. So like they wouldn't do this if there wasn't people who were receptive to it. At least that's my thinking on it.
Yeah, the first thing that we
Is
see
this
is
Tetris thing part of the
Yes.
partner showcase?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tetris Forever. Yeah.
This was the first game shown in the partner showcase, Tetris Forever, which is, I guess, a big kind of mashup of a load of Tetris games. I mean,
Yeah, and considering
Tetris
some
is
that were
timeless,
never
it's
released outside
immortal.
of Japan.
Yeah, and like you can't really ever go wrong with Tetris.
Doesn't Switch have Tetris Effect on it?
I
I didn't know about Effect. I know it was
sure. I think-
99.
Yeah, I think Effect might have only been on like PlayStation and
No.
Xbox.
Well, Effect is it's on PC. It's a good game.
Yeah,
I,
Effect
I
is really
think
cool.
it is on Switch.
Yeah,
That's like
it is. You're
my
right, you're
favorite
right.
way to play Tetris.
I'll have to look it up. I've never even. I don't
Yeah,
think I've ever
and after
seen
that they
Tetris
showed
Effect.
off Star Overdrive, which is a game where I look at it and I think
And this should not
this
be on
is
the
another
Switch.
game. Yep, that shouldn't be on the Switch. It looks looks cool.
Wow. This looks actually pretty impressive.
But it's like you can
Is it
tell that the
exclusive?
Switch is
That I
I
don't
don't
know.
'Cause if it's not exclusive, then it might have a chance.
Yeah, you can see the frame starting to revolt. Running on a Switch.
no, it's also coming to Steam.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Okay,
this
so
this looks very impressive.
Yeah, those little tricks that you're doing in the air, that's cool stuff.
This is
I mean,
cool.
there's a lot of cool stuff going on. I'm a sucker for just riding around or moving quickly in big open spaces, and having access to that, I think is going to be just inherently fun.
They could also
Right.
just shift. We all know this. What's going to happen? Like Switch 2 is inevitable soon. But like a lot of these games could just switch development probably
Yeah,
relatively
Switch 2.
easily.
God. Okay, we can just move past Ghost Simulator. This game looks like fucking trash.
Bro, hasn't this game been? This looks cool.
Do people still play Ghost Simulator? Like they're making a new one. It's like, is it that big of an IP?
It's
No,
definitely
it's
a,
not.
couldn't tell
a
you.
big streamer game. They just need the right people, streamer, YouTubers to play it, and they'll get sales. It's one of those games.
You can make the game with $5.
Yeah, after Ghost Simulator, they did another quick fire montage. But interestingly, I think the one that
Stalker's cool.
that, and I think one that caught a lot of people's eyes was Legend of Heroes: Trails in the Sky, the first. That getting a sort of remake / HD re-release that they just kind of very quickly sort of glossed over. I don't know if there'd been a trailer for this earlier or before.
That was the first.
Yeah, I think that was.
Yo, they should
that
really
was the
just
first
start
trailer for
doing
this.
like Nintendo Direct Kids Edition for.
There's some of this
Yeah,
stuff.
but
I feel that.
I know all their games are kids, but like the people watching a Nintendo Direct are not getting hype over like actual children's games because the children
such as
yeah.
the SpongeBob SquarePants Patrick
Well, this looks
Star
kind of
game.
cool. I don't know what's
Sandbox.
happening.
Honestly, like a sandbox game is probably a perfect sort of game for Patrick, but
yeah.
Are you telling me that kids don't get up at 6 a.m. to watch the Nintendo Directs?
Do you think it works
that's a West
against
Coast
them?
problem.
You think it works against Nintendo to have directs like this where it's not
No.
like a mainline direct and
No,
like,
because they're very
they
clearly
showcase a lot of
telling
stuff
you
that people
it's
get
They
not
lose
pissed
like
nothing
this.
by doing this.
Yeah, it just.
Are you
a lot
sure?
Of these,
Because people were
a
kind
lot
of
of these
pissed.
companies.
Dude, they fucking pay
That's
some.
because some people can't temper their expectations.
Yeah,
They
especially
pay
when they're
some
told
poor
it's an
bastard
indie game.
editor $300 to make this and don't think about it ever again.
And a lot of these indie games pay to be in this, so like
Yeah.
they're making money from this.
Okay. All right. I guess I forgot about that aspect of it.
Okay, it's an exercising game.
Anime woman?
Forward.
They,
I already have Ring
love
Fit
showing
Adventure,
off
so I'm
fitness
good.
boxing.
There we go.
Dude, I'm
All right.
surprised there's
This is what
three
you gotta pay
fitness
attention
boxing
to.
games. Like
Afterwards, of course, we get the Capcom Fighting Collection 2. Much like I'm pretty sure by the same people as the Marvel Collection 2 that's coming, well, the Marvel Collection that's coming out very soon. This has a bunch of different Capcom fighting games, including Capcom vs. SNK, Capcom vs. SNK 2, Project Justice, Alpha 3, Plasma Sword, Capcom Fighting Evolution, and Power Stone and Power Stone 2.
Yes, I was like, oh, and the
Can we
fighting
talk
collection with
about
CVS2, that's cool. The
crazy
second I saw
that
Power
is?
Stone, I was like, wait a
Yeah,
minute.
that's a really good. That's like one of the best gaming collections maybe ever.
Yeah.
If you saw Maximilian Dude's reaction to this, he never thought he'd live long enough to live in a world where he gets this collection and that Marvel collection at the same time.
Because every single
Like, this is
I'm pretty sure every single game on this collection is incredibly inaccessible at this point.
Very inaccessible.
There's like
and
no
these
way to
all
play.
in, like,
I think
arcades and
Alpha
dead
3 might be
It's like
the only
arcade
one
and
that-
like GameCube.
and Dreamcast.
But yeah, like it's been a long
Power
time
Stone
since you could
on
play the
anything other
majority
than
of these.
Dreamcast?
PSP.
I know a CVS game was on GameCube. I had it.
There was
It
a Power
was,
Stone 1 and 2
SNK
collection on the
2.
PSP, and that's it.
Yeah, that's the only time it's ever been like ported or anything like that. That game has been in hell.
Yeah.
Plasma Sword? I don't know if any of you guys played that, but that's awesome.
I'm surprised how like we just got the first collection announcement and how it's
Yeah,
gonna be
and they're
out next
showing this
week,
one.
and then they're like, "Hey man, here's another one."
Yep.
Well, they've obviously found some system.
Yeah,
that
it was
lets them,
firing
like,
Ono.
backport. No, I mean like technical system that lets them backport their games now like super easy. I don't know how.
Yeah, because they're getting like a lot of these ports too are like the arcade ports.
Yeah, I think
so,
they're the
like,
arcade
best
ports,
version. Yeah.
Mm.
They must have found some way to just do the process super easy.
You're telling me we didn't have the technology to
No.
get these
Re-emulating
sprites?
games, it's not even about sprites. You need to re-emulate it so it runs arcade perfect. That stuff's not easy.
It has to run the same exact way that it ran, like
'Cause
even imperfections and everything.
Yeah, because the people who love these
Oh,
games will
okay.
know if it does not run the exact same. That's why when people talk about, oh,
Yeah.
but Melee HD, if that's not 1-to-1 with Melee, no one will play it. Because
Yeah.
that's like
People
the
are
level
gonna
of
tweak
depth you're
out.
going into.
Oh, okay. And these are gonna be you're gonna be able to play these online, right? Like I can
Yes,
I can whip
every
every
single
single
game has
last one of
online
you.
play.
I think it all has rollback too. So
Finally.
Yeah, they all have rollback.
Okay, so you guys have no excuse.
I
You've had
can't.
years to prepare.
you know, it would be really
Bro, you're
fun
not buying this game. Shut up.
for like a game mode for this is if you could do like a
Wow.
random
Uh-huh.
best of like 5 where
And
it
just
picks.
flip through the games.
Yeah.
Yeah, that actually would be really cool.
That would probably be a programming hell, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it depends because I guess they'd have to have to reload the if it's being emulated. I don't know if it's running natively or not. It could be. The sprites in this game are crazy. In Darkstalkers?
Yeah, Darkstalkers is really cool sprites. Bro, I
Shout
just
out to
remember
Morgan
looking at
using
this
that same sprite for so many years
for
across
ages.
so many games.
It's on Plasma Source. That was a 3D one. Oh, this is interesting. Power Stone. Wait. Yeah, immediately. It's like, oh, wait a minute.
I've never even played Power Stone. I just know people.
Power
they're
Stone's
good.
very
Love
fun.
it, right?
I love Power Stone 1 and 2. But it's on the
And then
Dreamcast. You can't find it anywhere because it's only on the Dreamcast. And then the PSP version exists, which is cool and all, but you know, it's stuck on the
Sucks
PSP.
to play. It's
Sucks.
not even like
We gotta
that.
wait
It's
till
just it sucks to play on PSP.
Yeah.
Yeah, the screen is so small.
Yep.
It like playing it also does not feel good.
So now finally that game is free from Limbo.
Well, not until 2025. There's still some waiting we got to do.
That's fine. It's
That's
coming.
what-
I
Power
mean,
Stone
again, the
Online
first
play. I will take
collection,
that.
the first collection is gonna fill up that time. Like, I'm perfectly comfortable playing MVC2 for the next fucking 6 months.
Let's talk about it, bro. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's actually gonna be insane. I'm excited about that.
I hate that.
What
Like,
the fuck is
they're
this?
releasing the digital version first, and then physical comes out.
Oh man,
I
I
think this is a farming game, if I remember correctly.
was gonna say, hold on, what is this? And I saw placing furniture, and I
They've
died
combined
inside.
like 6 fucking games. This is the most effortless cash grabby. And there's a gotcha? What's happening?
Oh, did you see that texture on her eye?
Oh, the Atelier game.
This is Atelier?
Yeah.
Yeah, they when I was watching this, they say the word like alchemy, and immediately I was like, yeah, it's Atelier.
It looks
Isn't this
fucking
the
weird.
wait? Isn't this the Rune Factory?
Why does she
game?
have Shadow the Hedgehog shoes?
Oh no, I was no. That comes later.
Yeah, this is Atelier. Atelier. I did some research. Atelier is very weird.
Yeah.
Lore wise or what?
No.
Like, Weird Al.
Just look it up. You'll figure it out pretty quick.
That kind of sounds like a trap. That kind of sounds like a trap the way you said it. Zeph. So I don't know
Atelier
if
is
I
like
trust that.
all their main characters are pretty much just like cutesy anime girls with big ass tits. And they just like
Okay.
they just do alchemy, like they just make potions and shit like that.
I don't think
But
they
then
have big ass tits typically. That's a new thing they're doing.
A majority of them have fucking quadruple
Also,
G's.
this game was in development hell, so I'm really glad that they showed it.
It's cool
It
that
was
both,
announced, like-
Suikoden and Baten Kaitos are getting brought back.
This remake. When
Yeah,
does this come out? Do we have a date for this?
I
That's
think at the end
March,
of this trailer,
I think.
didn't it say finally?
I think
Why do
they
I think
showed it
it's
in
Nov-
March.
Why the fuck do I think it's November? What the hell's coming out in November?
Well, I'm like 5 million things are coming out this last quarter, so
Was another trailer for the Dragon Quest HD2D remake. Very much looking forward to that.
I like the environments, but bro, the player sprites are fucking tough. Okay, whatever, it's gone.
They didn't show the release date again. Oh, I was looking forward to it.
And then this is a collection of all the Castlevania DS games.
Okay, cool.
Plus,
cool.
Which is very important.
This Haunted Castle as well.
Porting the DS ones is huge. Because now you don't have to play Dawn of Sorrow and touch the screen and ruin the game.
Yeah, it's always the unfortunate part with stuff on the DS is like, well, now you need to interact with this bot. Like Kid Icarus Uprising, it was interesting until you play that game for an extended amount of time, and then your hands start cramping up. Oh yeah, Civ 7 is coming to the Switch somehow.
Oh, that looks
Somehow
rough.
it's because these look like Play-Doh.
No, it wasn't. Why that shadow clipping?
The way you said it, bro. You're like,
just
oh,
like-
this is not a technical marvel. Just look at it, bro.
Yeah, but like Civ is like simulation games like this, they eat up your RAM and your CPU. So
Yeah.
like this popping up on the Switch is just like how.
Yeah, the game gets uglier the longer.
Oh, we're
you
gonna
play it.
find out. We're gonna find
On like
out.
turn 100, it looks like NES.
Oh my gosh. I've never played a Civilization game, so
They are very fun. They take a
They're
long time to
cool.
play through, but they are fun. Especially you get a
I
group
might
of friends.
start one up tonight or something. I think I have. Oh
Is
yeah,
the point of it
speaking
just
that.
to uh-huh.
Oh yeah, Adam, we have, because the guy we added to our Steam library recently, we have this Shadow the Hedgehog game when it comes out.
What we do?
Yeah,
I mean,
look,
he owned
it's
every
Shadow-
fucking Sonic game, so oh yeah, we do.
yeah, it's in our library.
Yeah,
Funny.
it's
The,
literally every Sonic game, man.
Tales of Grace's F remaster now on modern platforms.
Yeah, I don't think
free
anyone
from
asked
its
for that.
Legitimately,
Yeah,
as
prison.
as I'm being like, I don't know nothing about no Tales games. I'm being unbiased.
Tales is a good series.
I don't think anyone in the Tales fandom was like, man, I hope this one gets
Yep.
remastered.
That's true. No one asked for this.
I wonder if it's popping in Japan because I only know the female lead of this game because they put her in a Grand Blue collab, so she's in Grand Blue. That's the only reason I know of anything from this game. They did like her, they did Milia Rage from Zillia. I forget who else, but they put a couple Tales characters in Grand Blue. That's the only reason I know of her.
This is Adam's favorite game.
I actually really like My Sims.
Let's go.
I played
My Sims
My
was actually
Sims
really
Kingdom.
Well,
It's fun.
I don't really care too much about Kingdom. I really only played the first My Sims, so I'm on that shit day one. So
Nice.
y'all better buy it so we can fucking hang out in virtual space.
I don't even know what you do in this game, and I had it.
It's literally just Sims, man.
It's just Sims
like,
with like a
the-
little more Animal Crossing stint. And then like you
Yeah.
actually can build things. Like you like in the when it was on the Wii, you actually could use the Wiimote and like put stuff together.
Oh, you
and
can.
design
Oh, this
stuff.
is actually Animal Crossing. Okay.
Yeah.
Essentially, yeah.
Well, this could take off. Actually, this is probably the best time to re-release it.
Yeah, My Sims was actually really cool, and then like they just did nothing with it.
What do you mean? There's a bunch of My Sims games.
What? Maybe
They're
I
just all shitty fucking handheld games.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains it.
Yeah, there's like a whole bunch of them.
For my
Why?
sanity, we're moving on.
Goodbye.
Shut up, Mike.
It's still there.
I don't know why you'd play this on the Switch though. Out of all the every way you could possibly.
probably would, but for my some Five Nights stuff. But
This game's
It's
cool.
just a general response to a lot of things. I don't know why you would play it on Switch.
See, like this, the people developing this game, do they feel
Oh
fulfilled?
my gosh. I mean,
maybe they're just big
I mean,
Lord of the
they would
Rings
have
fans.
They have to clock in every day.
Okay, pause it right here. This is which one of you in call is buying these games? Which one of you is
No one in here is a
responsible
mother.
for
No one
making
here is
them?
buying Just Dance, dude.
One of you, somebody is buying Just Dance though.
Just
There
Dance.
has to be a
dude,
demographic
the
of
people that
human
are
beings.
buying this are moms.
Just Dance sells.
They're also like I'm pretty sure they're incredibly cheap to make since they just reuse graphics. So there's probably some
The
agreement.
same-
They have. Even with the songs, pretty sure they
Okay.
don't have to. They just like have an agreement where they collab with artists and say, "Hey, here you go. Here's a $10 game that buy it."
I don't want to be a hater. Maybe I need to get a Just Dance game, but it is kind of difficult to see this.
Nah. No, you don't need
like
to get one.
Kids Bop.
No, it's like
35.
actually not great.
It's not
They're
even
not
a good,
good?
like rhythm. It's not a good rhythm game at all.
You can spare
I
yourself.
don't think it
those.
tracks anything important.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does.
Isn't it
I'm pretty
just
sure
like
you just use the 2 Joy-Cons in your hands to follow along.
okay?
Like there are arcade games that do full body tracking that are way better than this, but you have to go to an arcade, probably around one, because they're Japanese arcade games.
It's just I'm shocked. It feels like it's been a running series for.
I mean, it has.
wonder if these games are. Okay, wait. Who develops it?
Ubisoft.
Isn't it you?
Right. Okay, but I wonder. Obviously, it's them developing it, but I wonder if these games are funded by the music industry.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh. I thought you
It
were
makes
going to
sense
say the
considering how much
Illuminati.
licensed music.
All the like quote unquote licensed
okay.
songs, they always just shove in like the biggest hit songs from like the last year into each one.
There's probably some type of license partnership that Ubisoft has with some of these record labels, where they have like a certain year-long deal where they're just allowed to use certain things in their games.
Yeah. And I think you could. I don't know how it works exactly, but I swear, like, musicians can also, like, even if they're signed to a label, they can sign off on shit, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think it depends on like their contracts, but some people they can put that, say like, oh, I want my stuff in this. I think Rock Band had that, where they could go to the musicians and ask them for like the master copies of their songs to be able to put them in.
I think it's also very telling that all the way into 2020, these were still being made for the Wii.
That's a good point. Get this off.
It's like how the I think they were being made for the PS2 for a very.
Why are we looking at this cryptid?
Wait, when did they stop? I think they stopped in 22.
Making a Funko Pop game is crazy.
I just realized that was Nope.
Yeah, this is now. This is real.
I didn't
now,
pay
this is
attention
real
enough to
gaming.
realize that was Nope.
This is real
Funko Pop
gaming.
game.
FIFA?
On the Switch, look at their face. Look at their faces.
I'd rather not.
Lego Horizons.
I feel bad for this game. This game looks like good, but like, who is this for?
It's Sony covering all the demographics, of course. Kids love Horizon Zero Dawn.
But I guess.
I mean, Lego games are.
I think Lego is a big enough brand where people are Lego fans will buy anything that's Lego.
Yeah.
Even if they don't know what it is based off of.
Oh, here comes the farming sim, because
I'm really
every
surprised
Nintendo Direct.
it took Lego as long as it did to collab with Nintendo consistently.
I think calling Rune Factory just a farming sim is a bit of an injustice.
Yeah, don't people? I know Rune Factory
People
like
love this
4 is
series.
famous. I think 4. 4 is the one that people like go crazy.
You guys are really embedded in this.
Yeah, this is, I believe, a spin-off in the series. Kind of a major spin-off, though.
I mean, it looks better than most of these types of games that are being released nowadays.
Oh, that was pretty cool.
Oh, there's the grid. I hate it now.
Oh, give it a chance. You don't know if you can farm for corn yet.
Why are they making so many farm games? Like Animal Crossing, the popularity of that was crazy, but it's been 4 years.
I mean,
I'm not talking about Rune Factory because this is a long time running series, but like there's still so many shit slop farm games coming out that it's insane.
People still chase trends even after 8 years, bro.
I guess it's just bad business ventures.
A lot of these games get like extremely discounted, like 2 years after shelf life. Like remember fucking Harvestella? That's like a $20, $15 game now.
Have you seen, dude? The final boss of that game is fucking crazy. You're in space fighting like some Cthulhu monster.
Oh yeah, and then this was the final game is Yakuza.
Again, who's playing that on Switch?
Yeah,
the people that there are people who only own Nintendo shit. So
I do think Yakuza's fine.
Also, yeah, these games aren't exactly beautiful to begin with.
I do think it looks a lot better than a lot of other ports.
Zero looks pretty good, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not like putting it on the Switch will make it.
I will say it'll probably make
look like, I don't know.
The cutscenes themselves look good, but they'll probably look a little bit rough on Switch. But
I'm more worried about areas like this where you're fighting
Yeah.
80 dudes swinging a chair.
What's gonna happen to the Switch? Will it detonate? Type deal? Is that what you're
No,
afraid
because
of?
they've already tried that detonating the Switch before. It didn't work.
Why was this the end of the showcase? What is the hype
it's a
around
remake of
Yakuza is like one of the most
and
popular
Yakuza's really
series out
big.
right now, dude.
Yeah. It's really big.
Oh,
So it's a way for people who've never played the first one to play it in a more modern way.
Yeah.
That is the very first installment of Yakuza ever?
No, it's like
It's the first in the chronological timeline.
it's also like probably the best one to pick up and play because it's the most.
Yeah, it's very friendly for
And-
people who haven't
Yeah.
played a Yakuza game.
and on any sale, it's literally $8.
No, I don't think $8.
Okay.
Pretty sure I
I
got mine
keep-
for $8.
I keep seeing stuff about the new Mario Party game. Did that get a big trailer?
Yeah, and then there was something else with the brothers Luigi.
Brothership got a trailer. as
Brothership.
well.
I keep seeing like Pauline's and Mario Party.
There's been so many small bits of news since the last episode.
There's Brothership. Oh yeah, Bakaru's out. Apparently that game's good.
The fucking
there's
Minecraft movie trailer. The fucking.
Oh,
What else
that-
happened?
There's
That was a
thumbnail
If you're a
trailer
fan of Goemon,
Pauline.
apparently it's like a there it is. Oh, and the Zelda trailer too. There's a lot of shit. I
Yeah,
didn't
there's
know.
that Zelda trailer. Yeah.
I haven't seen any of this.
Where's our money going this October, November, December?
To these games.
What are people actually going to be playing?
This one.
Yeah,
This is a Zelda, so I'm assuming it's coming out at the end of the year.
Zelda 100% playing that.
I'll probably be playing Metaphor.
I want to.
When does that come
Isn't
out?
Metaphor in October though? That's
Persona.
my issue. Is I want to play that game, but it's October.
Yeah, there's a
It's
bunch of shit coming out in October.
Honestly, I'm not having second guesses on Dragon Ball Sparking Zero just because it's expensive and I need to save money right now.
Let's see. Games coming out October 2024. The Patrick Star game. Metaphor.
Okay, just list games people are gonna play.
Metaphor. Sparking Zero. Super
Oh my
Mario
God.
Party Jamboree.
Sparking Zero?
The new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game. Yakuza Kiwami on Switch. Shadow Sonic Generations. Black Ops 6. The Pokemon TCG mobile game.
Oh my God.
The new Dragon Age game. And then a week later is Mario and Luigi Brothership. And then a week after that is Dragon Quest 3.
Is this the Dark World? But not?
Yeah, we got a lot of good things coming up.
I mean, this
You hit on
this
some
next
bangers.
few months makes up for the lack of stuff that was absent in the earlier portions of 2024.
What's there? I think it's
Yeah.
mainly just this
Why is she in
May,
the
June,
fucking
July.
distortion world?
I think
You mean
it's
from
her version of the
Pokemon?
Dark World.
Yeah, this is the distortion world.
This is where you have to venture through. There's other dungeons and puzzles and stuff in here.
Bro, this
too.
looks so dumb.
I thought you were in love with it.
It looks cool, but it's just stupid.
Well, hold on. There's more. I've seen this trailer before too. I can't wait for you to see the other aspects of it. This is cool
This
to
is
me.
my
Still,
first time
though.
seeing this trailer.
Yeah, this is cool. So can she not fight at all?
I mean,
she has to have
can
a
go
summon?
Sleep on them.
I guess.
This game is begging to be fucking sequence broken.
Dude, people are gonna break. They're gonna They're gonna put a bed diagonally and clip into a corner.
They have to.
It feels like they're there are not too many restrictions, and it makes me feel like
What?
Oh, well, there you go.
okay, I didn't want to say this. Well, here you go, Zeph.
Cool. So everyone on Twitter can shut the fuck up. That was so annoying.
What were they saying on Twitter?
If Zelda fights with a sword, then she's just a Link clone. That's how they sound.
Okay. I mean, but now it makes sense why we call it The Legend of Zelda. You get what I mean? Like now you can't go wrong when you say that. Or is it The Legend of Link? I don't know which ones people usually say.
No, it's still The Legend of Zelda.
The game is always The Legend of Zelda. Yeah.
Oh, they kept confusing Link for Zelda. That's the joke. There we go. Well, now you can't go wrong. You get all of it with her. But you don't get to use that like the whole time either.
Yeah, it's something you have to plan out, which I think is
So
a
like
weird trade-off.
when you get like when you copy like an enemy or like a bed, do you just have it forever? You have an infinite supply?
I believe so.
Okay.
There has to be like a gauge or something, like a magic gauge.
No,
How-
I think
how
it's.
many-
I think it's
It's probably just you can only have one out at a time, but
Yeah.
you have. Yeah, so look, they have like all of these.
It's probably like some like how magic meter would work for Link.
Okay.
Man, and then Astrobots are this week too. God damn, man.
I didn't know
Is that
Astrobot was so
tomorrow or
popular.
Friday?
I thought it was just the game people were like, yeah, it's good, and then that's it.
Well, because the first one, if you own a PS5, you just get it for free.
Yeah, it's like one of the few like good products that is on the PS5.
So yeah, a lot of
okay.
people have played it because yeah.
So is it like Wii Sports Resort?
No, it's like Mario
like Galaxy.
64. Or,
No, that's
yeah.
what I'm like. Is it this? Is it like Wii Sports Resort is like Wii Sports? How do I say this?
I know what you
Astro Boy is Wii
mean.
Sports.
Good.
I know what you
the
mean.
good version of
Yeah.
like the upgrade
It
that
comes
you
out a day
actually
after
want
my.
to buy.
I can maybe get this then.
What, Zelda?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, actually, it's on the Switch. I'm gonna just fucking.
I was
Roger's
gonna,
not here.
I was gonna
I'm gonna
say-
Chill out,
violently
chill out,
steal
chill out,
this
chill out,
shit.
chill out, chill out, chill out. Oh my gosh.
It's
Well, it is
China.
McDerritt's channel.
No,
That's fine.
That's
fine.
not the point. It's China.
No, it is your channel.
No.
Yours can be sacrificed.
No.
If this was Shofu's channel though, like that would have been a problematic statement. So this is okay.
Which what else? Jamboree and then Brothership.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brothership is
Those
the
are the
first week
last
of
two.
November.
Oh, so that's when. Where is the Brothership trailer though? It's not even here.
At the top.
Oh, did I miss it?
And then what comes out?
It's,
I think
it's beside Bakaru
Oh,
and
I see. Yeah.
the only thing I really know of for December is Marvel Rivals and Indiana Jones.
I don't think this game is as pretty as people are saying it is. I'm like not blown away at all by the
What
look
game?
of it. This
It
Brothership.
might look better in
Brothership.
person.
It's just like
I think it's
just-
animated pretty well.
Yeah, it's animated well, but it's just very average looking. It's like and the environments are also just like Mario lava place,
Very
Mario
short.
ice place.
I remember
So I don't
seeing there
know.
was like a
I'm
new
thinking
attack that
it's
showed off. But
gonna
I guess
make
they
a
just put
bigger
that on
impression
Twitter.
in person.
This game looks like one of their most high effort Mario parties ever. The like animations are super good for everyone. I don't know why.
If you guys get
Polyhedra
this one,
ground
I'm
pound.
locked in.
Also, this dropping like, what was it?
I'm gonna
a
get
day?
this because the Mario Party that came before it was actually good and had a good online.
Mm-hmm.
When did this drop today?
I think.
Oh, that trailer
5
was
days.
5 days
A
ago.
couple days back. Yeah,
5 days. Oh, okay, never mind.
that was mostly it for the quality announcements.
Yeah, pretty much there's MEO, which I think that's out. I think Roger was just streaming that. Yeah, that's kind of it for the Nintendo news, at least.
Oh, it was a Nintendo tweet. Oh, okay. Nintendo tweeted out some Concordia shit the day after Concord news.
I didn't even know that game existed until all this happened.
That shit was so funny.
Yeah, like you're saying, because
Yeah.
the fact that Concord released and died before we did an episode is a feat in and of itself.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, it must feel
funny
so
too.
jarring, like having worked on that game, especially if you were like part of that development team for nearly that entire time. 8 years in development, because people don't usually work on one project for 8 years. You get people coming in and out.
Yeah.
But if you were on that for like almost the whole time, just seeing, like, getting the game out and then just seeing it just sort of.
There's probably a
bomb the
point
way
where,
it did.
like I said, when you're like going into work every day, like, wow, this game's gonna fucking be terrible.
Yeah, no, that does happen. That
was,
does happen, but you keep working on it because that's your job.
There was one fucking guy on Twitter
Yeah,
that
bills
was
to
like
pay.
an animator for the game. They kept talking about like how like the game's gonna be so good and everyone's gonna want to talk to him because of how like good of a job.
Want
he
to
did on the
talk
game
to
and all
him?
that. I don't know. He had such an ego about working on the game, and then it fucking flopped as
Sounds like
bad as
he's,
it did.
Everyone's
he's-
gonna want to talk to me.
Like something's definitely wrong with this guy. And then he privated his Twitter.
Yeah, I know. One guy
Did he
on
change his name
Twitter
to
for that
Khan?
game, he like, someone comments like, "Hey, I'm really enjoying the game. You guys put a lot of good work into it. Sorry, he's not doing so." I was like, "Yeah, thanks for enjoying it." And fuck all the haters who don't like it and blah blah. And like, it's like, why is this the stance you take? Like,
Fuck all the.
Fuck all the haters while you're like on fire dying is crazy.
I think you need people to like the game first before you have haters.
I didn't know it was a game.
I mean, they showed it at the Game Awards, was it?
They had
See,
a
no one knows.
huge-
It's like encrypted.
They had a big like 10-minute segment on it in the Sony State of Play a couple months ago.
That's what it was.
Yeah, it was the one back in May. And they opened with that game, and 2 minutes in, you're already bored of it, and you don't
Yes.
want to see it anymore. And then they kept going for 8 more minutes,
yeah.
and it's like, dude, this was a 35-minute Sony State
Was
of
it,
Play.
like-
I was hoping to see a lot of things.
It was
If
the
this is
shooter
taking
that
up
was
10
like
minutes,
sci-fi, but had like medieval stuff as well.
No, you're thinking of Doom. I think the new Doom game.
There's so many.
yeah, they blend together.
Yeah, Concord is like, it looks like Guardians of the Galaxy. It looks like someone really liked Guardians of the Galaxy and just like copied it and then turned it into a hero shooter.
I really hope the biggest takeaway from this shit is that people just stop with this fucking live service.
No, I'm gonna tell you right now. Sony said that they're working on 13. Now I hope they cancel some of those, and some of those have come out, but there's still more coming.
13
Cancel
live
all of
service
them.
games is crazy. There's not that many people, dude.
Yeah, it's insane. It's actually just insane. Like that's all I say. Like all your games can't be live service. Your fans can't play all these games. Like it just doesn't work.
They all want to be Fortnite, even though even Fortnite's starting to get a little.
Surprisingly, contrary to corporations' belief, out of like humans' population, the amount of people that play video games is so small. It's
But you don't have
insane.
to. Okay, hold on a second. When they make these live service games, and they make as many as they do, it's not like they're not targeting graphics at the same time. Aren't they just creating certain games for certain people to enjoy, and those are the ones who are going to populate the games? Because like McNair
No, people
said
make
earlier,
games now because of like stupid trends, because people will stream them or because it's a popular. It's just a
Yeah,
popular
if you're
thing.
making a live service game, one of your main goals is probably to gather as many players as possible to play your game.
Yes, you need
That is the
either
point
as
of a
many
live
players
service
as
game.
possible, or you need whales. You need people who are willing to spend a shit ton of money to keep it alive. You need one or the other.
Yeah.
And they don't see, they think, oh, they just see you as numbers. Like, surely if we make this, then the whales will come buy our game and give us millions of dollars.
Yeah, but the people who whale in The only whales in games are people that play gotcha
Like, yeah,
games
gotcha
and then
games,
like
yeah.
Candy Crush.
Candy Crush
Not
is just
shit like this.
yeah. Candy Crush is such a minuscule amount that but it adds up, and then gotcha games just have hot anime women,
Yep.
and sometimes a really good
That's
story.
the feel.
And hot
Okay.
anime men.
True.
Not if
it.
here's Endless, because Endless is gonna release another 5 women. At least another male character.
I
Sorry,
booted
Zen,
that
you
up
don't
for the
have
first time yesterday and deleted it.
This is why Grand Blue is superior.
Yeah,
Endless
I
great.
pulled a
Gender
Grand
equality.
Sandathon. We're so back.
Yeah, I think we've been going for a good couple of hours. I think we're nearing the end.
We
of
are
our
definitely
China
forgetting
time
about stuff,
shenanigans.
but yeah, whatever.
Yeah. We kind of spent a lot more time on Sonic and stuff than, but I feel like we really went into depth details more so than we went on Japan time about this stuff. So that's fine.
Yeah, Japan time.
Yeah, we
would've
got
just
it out of your
pushed
system.
Sonic out of the way.
That was the main thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
the
we had a
main
good
thing was to
discussion.
make sure that McDermott has no more material. No, you're right. I never said it wasn't a fantastic discussion. I'm just saying that for a mainline Japan time, we got it out of your system. So now there's
It
no
would've
reason to
been-
even
I
bring
would
it
have
up.
set a 5-minute timer and try to rush.
Yeah.
through everything.
Right, exactly.
and luckily,
So, yeah.
I was gonna have to go raid in 14, but a person is late, so I gotta stay.
I had a raid today,
I'm
actually.
so happy you were able to join us, Wisdom.
Yeah, it was fun being here.
Yeah, thank you for well, I'd say pulling up like I didn't just drag you in, but thank you for pulling up.
I can sadly I sadly have to be dragged in here.
And only
Don't worry, unless you're unless you are part of the team proper, you always have to be dragged in here.
Yep.
That's how things go.
Let's end it on McDermott's classic stories as usual. Let's get on out of here, McDermott. McDermott, take it away
for you, bro.
Let's go, McDermott. Hit your classic McDermott stories. I've been waiting all week. All right,
you gonna keep
there we
waiting.
go.
I ain't got one for you.
Oh my gosh. All right, so how are we getting out of here, bros? Shout out the Light Party podcast one last time, I suppose. You guys do your last plugs and then let's wrap it up.
Oh, something I can do is, so for people who enjoy the SPIF collab and everything, I mean, I have to announce on the next show too, but the structure is changing, so the bundles are getting sunset, besides like the one that is the hoodie with the patches, because all the bundles were based around the clock, and we're going to be letting the clock sell out. I'm pretty sure it is sold out now. And then basically rechanging the structure, so the poster that was only at like Beast and Master tier, that was done by Wisdom Meal, thanks again. The posters, you can now just buy them on this fifth store. I think they're $20. They come in a shipping container and everything. So you can now just buy those straight up. And I think if you buy a hoodie and a shirt together, they'll throw in a poster for free. I think that's what it is. They're restocking the bags, and they're going to be restocking the cards. And the idea with the cards is those will also eventually, they'll probably sell booster packs. Unless the idea changes. I'm pretty sure they're going to be selling individual booster packs. And then if you buy stuff, you get some included. So that's an update on that end. Nice. I mean, honestly, thanks everyone for supporting that. It's been cool seeing people post their posts like they enjoy. I know I don't know his name off the top of my head, but I know I'm always on the Twitter looking, and there's someone who follows Jamantine Twitter, and since the jacket has come out, that has been his profile pic. It's him in the jacket. Then I realized when I was at SmashCon and talking with SPIF that he changed it, and now it's him in the shirt. And it's like it's cool that people love the show and want to support it. And glad that worked, because that was a lot of stress, but people turned up, and I think SPIF guys made some really cool shit for us. So I'm very happy with that.
Okay.
Indeed, they did.
All right, Coast, what are you plugging? Anything?
Nothing. What the fuck?
Yeah, what?
All right, Virum, get us the fuck out of here,
I
bro.
mean, like, fucking, I guess
Hold
for
on,
people who are
Ricky.
here.
I got a question for you.
Okay. All right, no plug, y'all.
All right, what happened with the eggs and cheese and the beans, bro? Did you
All right,
indulge in the eggs
all
and
right,
cheese and beans while kissing your girlfriend?
You motherfuckers, I put these things in a private DM chat, not for you guys to. I don't even want people to know I'm not gay. Why would you tell them I have?
What?
Well,
And I think with that,
He
we
did
can
say
end
he
the
was
show.
stuck in.
Wait, hold on. I got sent.
Cheers, everyone.
something- I got sent something to play, so I'm trying to set this up. It's all a little longer.
Damn. Well, I
Play,
mean,
what?
Ricky talking about how he was gay and enjoying his eggs, cheese, and beans was kind of the stall, but well, I guess we're still here.
For the people who are here and would, I'm debating if I want to do. No, the show's already over. Next Japan Time, actual episode of Japan Time. We're gonna be playing a little game. And
I assume the next actual episode will be sooner than like I don't know.
I don't know if people are still Mr.
sooner.
Worldwide.
I'm pretty sure they're not gonna be able to hear this, so they'll have to add in the audio and post. But I was set to play this, so I'm streaming in Discord.
Huh? No. The fuck
Alright,
is
first
this?
Japan Time content piece in Japan. We go to a hot spring and we do a wiener inspection and see who has the smallest wiener.
Oh
What are you doing,
no!
man?
What the fuck?
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to play that again when everyone else is here too.
Yeah, because yeah.
Because I think we're gonna have to like ban some people from the trip now.
I didn't even watch it, and you saying that makes me question what it was.
yeah, me neither.
Don't worry, you didn't need to watch it. Probably
Why is
back
it
to the
my
season.
stream? Wait, what?
Yeah. Maybe you should be worried.
What the fuck happened?
I don't know, man.
I mean, I can. run
What
it
did you
back.
say about the Japan trip on your stream?
Oh, that thing.